Well, do a little check here and just make sure we are live here, guys. Channel. So we are live. Welcome everybody. Welcome to round 6 Zolder of the Asrnz 2020 GT4 World Challenge, proudly sponsored by Superior Joint Sealing. So great to have Superior Joint Sealing on board for this season. So I'll kick off just while I'm waiting for my mate to turn up in the booth. So what are we looking at here? Okay, so we'll give you a quick rundown on the point situation in this championship at round 6 of 10. So in the pro class, we do have JB now leading again for the second time this season on 238, playing Luke Crompton on 231. So 7-point swing there in the favour of John Boy and Aztec in third, the ever-present Aztec in 230. So Farmer in the fourth, 225. Jeffro slipping back out of first in the championship after that horrible incident in the pit lane last week and slips back into fifth. Stevo inside the 10 comfortably at the moment in P6, featuring in the last 2 weeks on the podium. So good to see Stevo up there. Nick McIndoe in 7th, Mudgee 8th, Aaron E. Enright E is in 9th, and Craig Stoneley is in 10th. So that rounds out your 10 for the championship in the pro class. Switch for the lead after Cameron May's disconnection the other day for the Pro-Am. So we've got Carlo on 144 points, 10 points clear of Bear Grylls on 134. He's level pegging actually with Cameron there for that second position. So good to see those boys duking that out. Troy, Gunther, Matt, B-Dog Pete and Mark Jossie all in there to make up those. Leading the AM is Nick Davison, 2 points clear of Kenny Simpson. Jacob, Ryan, Rob, Jason and Owen make up the field there for the pro for the AMs. So that basically gives us a little bit of an insight as to where we are in the championship at round 6. So hey, look, it's a pleasure to be here and bring this to you as I just welcome my co-host into the booth. G'day Davo, welcome to the booth, mate. Pleasure to have you here as always.
Oh, yes. Thank you, J-Man. Just at the last minute, just diving through the door there. Sorry, mate.
You're right.
Happy hour at the Belgium freaking tent down there went a little bit longer than I expected. So,
mate, your excuse. Hey, look, we've just briefed the viewers on the championship status, and so they're well up to speed with that. So I might just kick off while you're just coming here now on basically on the format tonight. So this is a sprint round. This is a true blue sprint round as we've had before. So 3 qualifying sessions and 3 sprint races. Davo, what can we expect out of these quali sessions?
Well, I don't know. I'm just, I suppose, just the boys are going to go as hard as they do in the races. I think position will be key. I think.
Yeah.
So
with these short races,
they're going to go hard. Yes, with the short races, they're going to go hard. As we always talk about, get the banker in, and then I think they're going to be going flat out, mate. You'll be some nice quick times, I think. Tonight.
Yeah, well, she is a super pole, and what I can tell you from what I worked out on Tuesday is having the chicanes in this track. Pole? Yeah, so 1 lap and done. And
yeah,
so,
flat out.
Yeah, so if you go out and get a cut, we could well see you starting off the back of the pack. So, you know, Davo, do they go hard, or do they actually go at 8/10 and actually ensure that they don't get a cut and they bank a lap?
I think it would probably depend on where some of these guys are in the championship. You know, like I think some of the guys up the pointy end, because the points are tied up the top, I think we'll be sort of trying to preserve their, you know, obviously their championship points, and maybe take a little bit more care than some of the boys in the mid-pack and maybe down the back there.
Right. Yep. I agree. So as we just see,
the boys rolling out.
The cameras have picked up on the Jake McKellar Camaro.
Yes.
Jake was quite quick in this previous official practice session leading up to this.
Also, another Camaro we see that has lifted its game.
Yeah.
Maybe there has been some
Excuse me.
setup data shared, but yeah, good to see a couple of the Camaros running hot in the last few weeks.
Yeah, Nick McIndoe looking strong here as well. So, interestingly enough, we got some big hitters: Jeff Burst, Nick McIndoe, John McDonald, Aztec, Luke Crompton, Steve Wilton, Steve Malling, all top 10 championship contenders, all
Yes.
choosing to remain in the pits for this 9-minute qualifying session, given that they only get one lap. I think they'd like some of these other boys to go first. The track
Test the water, so to speak.
Yeah, the track's fast, so we'll keep our eye on it on that 16 degrees and 22 track temp to see if that increases or decreases in this short session.
Sure. Yeah, and just touching on the old sitting and waiting in pits thing, look, it really only sort of came to light last week when we noticed a few of the boys, just sort of holding out a little bit. They called it waiting for clean air, but I think they're waiting for track conditions to come up, obviously, and just maybe even sometimes just seeing what the other competitors' measure is. So
Sure.
let's see what happens here tonight. And
okay, so back on board.
I just
okay,
see McDonald running out there.
I did see that. Saw Cromley out there as well, but I'm pretty sure that based on the timing deltas that I can see, Ashley's not that far behind, as is Gunther and the Mercedes and co. That it's very hard for us to tell apart. I wish they were almost like bloody Mudgee and Aztec and had Crayola as the main sponsor for the season. But yeah, he's looking like he's probably the first one to do his one lap shootout. So we'll stick with him and see what he rolls across the line looking like, and then we'll go to wherever you want us to pick up on after that, David.
Excellent, thanks, J-Man. Just getting my data sheets up and running, looking good.
So as we just
looking
see him,
funny old day out there, isn't it?
it's definitely overcast. Yep.
But we're getting optimum track conditions, so
37.6.
there you go.
It's a good lap. I'm not sure if it's going to be quick enough. As we see, Gunther on a 38.
On the 38.
Ashley on a 38. Okay, so I'm going to go down as far as Luke Crompton, who is 45 seconds into the lap, full attack. Oh, something has gone down there with Josh. Was that Josh? No, it wasn't Josh. It was
no, we have one of the
Jacob Soper.
It's Soper. It's the Soper Aston. They're off in the chicane.
So Mudgee has gotten in the way by the look of it. Oh, did he bin that, mate?
Mudgee just looked like he outbraked. He may have just
cleared Crompo.
A left, yeah, it looked like he might even just got a little bit of left-hand front on the grass and upset his braking and the balance of that car and just shot straight into the sand there. So
yeah, I wondered whether he was getting out the way of Luke Crompton, who's on a flyer, as he goes to the top on a 37.0.
Okay, well look, now that's I have been up on the practice times throughout the week.
Low 36s is fast.
Low 36s, so there still is a long way to go here, people. Let's see.
Picked up on the JPS John McDonald Beamer, who's a minute 13 into his lap. He is just rounding out, coming up to the final chicane, Davo. So this will be the final chicane as he finishes his lap.
Solid as usual. The BMW boys definitely have their sets locked down. The cars have been looking solid week in, week out. Let's see where McDonald goes with that.
Won't be good enough.
Yeah, look, I wonder whether that overcast conditions, even though the numbers are looking good for us tonight, J-Man, just aren't delivering, Like, is it is there something in that?
I can tell you that Farmer's left his run late, so he's about to start his lap. He's just
Yeah,
started his lap.
he's well laid out.
Jeffro's
So
about to lay his time down. What does it yield? It yields a 37.8. So a lot of 37.8s in there. There's
yeah,
John McDonald, Aztec, Jeffro. So we might just pick up and give Farmer the full lap
yeah,
from 20 seconds in and see how this car looks.
yeah, definitely a few mid to high 37s, and I suppose Luke is clearly standing out there at the moment because he's on a 37.0, so he's set a benchmark, and it's until now it's proven hard to beat. So yeah, just back to Wilton there, like you said, and let's just
Have you got
see.
your basic up for us, Davo, and to let us know when the delta goes red in case he cuts? Have you got that up on your telemetry?
I think I do.
Okay, so you
Yes.
just keep your eye on that because obviously I'm not privy to that right now on the current review. But I'm throwing everything at this lap.
Everything at it, using look the bulk of the track, but not just really pushing those limits. And like you mentioned earlier, with one flying lap, these guys really do need to nail it in one go. And yeah, to get a cut here would be disastrous.
Oh, yeah.
In a sprint race situation. So
Okay.
yeah, still tidy from Wilton there.
As he exits the final corner, what's he going to yield? It's going to be good. It is going to be good. It's good enough for the front row.
Ooh,
I'm going to pick up
front
quickly
row.
with Steve O'Melling, who's coming up to the final
Let's go
chicane.
Melling. He must be one of the last out.
I tell you what, it is potentially.
And Kenny Simpson's up as well at the moment on his time.
He is. We'll flip to Kenny once we see Steve-O post this time, which does give him a fourth
tidy
row.
8th position.
Yep. So we'll just pick up with Kenny. And so Kenny's looking good on the Delta, mate. He's got no cuts.
A last car out on track by the looks of it as well. As Simpson in the chrome and red little Janetta there.
Oh, he's pulled off.
And just lets
he
that
must
one
have
go.
got a cut.
Doesn't show it. So there you go. Interesting.
Did he miss the memo, Davo? Because he has banked a 39.5. So was he actually going for a second run and they've pulled him up and said, don't do that.
Oh.
You'll end up starting from pit lane if you carry on with that lap, my friend.
Yes, I think so. Actually, just looking into the data a little bit further. Yes, he was on his third lap. So yeah, lucky to pull that back up. And
so it looks like we're done. So we can effectively quickly grab our pole sitter for race 1, which is Luke Crompton. Cromley, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well done, Crompo. That's the first part of the story ticked off. Did it pretty easily in the end, mate.
Oh, I thought it was a little bit slow, to be honest. I was waiting to get jumped by a couple cars, but obviously the track was a bit slow.
It did appear it was certainly not going to yield those mid to low 36s like you boys were doing in the practice session, but all the same, mate, a 37.0 is still 3-something tenths off of what anybody else could achieve, so well done. Front row start. How much concern around the track cuts tonight, Luke?
Oh yeah, of course. It's pretty. If you're gonna go hard, it's pretty risky. So to be safe is probably better, eh?
Yeah, avoid the 5 and dive. The 5 and dive for the pits. Don't want to be doing that.
Nah. If we get to the last laps and someone's up my ass, I might use a few cuts.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you gotta play it to your advantage. So hey, look, best of luck at that. I'm not going to hold you up too much. I'll let you get into your race mode. So well done. Well done on the pole. There's another 2 quali sessions to go, and obviously the 3 races. So best of luck.
Sweet, thanks, bro.
There you go. So there's your first pole sitter for the night, Luke Crompton on the
nice
front
work
row
from Luke.
with Farmer, Davo.
Yeah, good work from Farmer.
Your old stable mate.
Yes, old stablemate, and yes, a king at the sprint rounds. So let's watch that space right there, the Steve Wilton show. Yeah, definitely one to watch. Awesome work from Jake McKellar to put it on third. Uh, JB might expect a little bit more, but geez, in the fourth, we got fifth with Aztec. Jeffro in sixth position in the orange, Aston Stonley in seventh, eighth, Steve Melling. Good lap from Stephen. Damien Jones in 9. Excellent work from Damien there as well. And Ash Vediger running at the top 10. And what do we got after that? We
You
got
got Mudgee, Aaron, Nick McIndoe, Gunther, Troy, Kenny, Bear, Nick, Jacob, Ryan, and Mule, which makes out a slightly depleted field. Only 21 on the grid tonight. I mean, we say only 21. They're still pretty good numbers, but we are starting to get used to those mid to high 20s. So should be still pretty busy on this track, especially lap 1. I'm not going to say turn 1, 2 or 3, but certainly turn 4, 5 through that first chicane, Dave, is going to be really hectic.
It will.
And you did just bring up Farmer being I guess a little bit the sprint master or the Triple Crown master. I think down his way where he comes from, there used to be Lynn of Tawa. I think he might be the Lynn of Tiara. Yeah, so hey, look, we'll be watching Farmer because we know he loves these things. Some of these things, are built on confidence, and based on the performance 2 out of 3 last time we did this, you'd have to put money that he's going to step up, especially from the front row, David.
Oh, for sure, and yeah, just coming off the back of probably a little bit of an unfortunate round for Farmer last week. He still had a lot of pace in that car. That blue BMW was quick, and just due to unfortunate circumstances, didn't really come to fruition. But yeah, definitely quick in that car at the moment. We know Luke Crompton's got pace in that Mercedes every day he's in it, so we definitely got to watch this front row, I think, off the start, and see who gets that those nasty chicanes first.
Yep. I'd say for me, the McIndoe, Camaro, and Enright, and Jake McKellar, who actually qualified better than those boys. I actually thought McIndoe might have been up there because he was showing some good signs early. But those cars there, those Camaros, the boys were joking during the week, David, that they think that those cars actually are the ones that lay the pavement or the curbing in the chicanes, because they clearly bulldoze it when they go through, doesn't upset them. So expect those guys at some point during these short 20-minute races, if the guys compromise through track cuts, don't expect the Camaros to be slowing down, because I don't think they're going to get as many as everyone else.
Yeah.
They just look too comfortable. You'll pick it up tonight on the cameras, and I'm sure the viewers will on the stream, that those Camaros look fantastic through the chicane. So props to those boys, and good to see Jake up there, because Nick had his measure the last couple of rounds, eh?
Yeah, definitely good to see Jake up there. I would have thought after McIndoe's efforts in the last week as well, he might have been a little bit higher up, but watch that space as well, because I'm sure he'll claw his way through that field. Given the nature of this track, like you were saying, with the Camaros dealing with the curbs well, so as we go through the warm-up formation lap, the boys are busily warming tyres. Still very overcast given the time of day. It just looks very dull, not a lot of sun out.
No, there's not actually. The temperature's still the same as what we saw in that first session. It'll be interesting to see what it does. And it'd be interesting to see, based on what I was talking about earlier at the start of the stream, you've got, Jeffro took a hit in the championship the week before. It's put him back a few markers, and you've got guys like John who's moved back up again. That said, John's been out qualified by Luke Crompton by a good 3 spots on here. So chance for Luke Crompton as they go 2 abreast now, as they start looking for a formation, and
Yeah, just starting to grid up now, yep.
Yep. And we'll go helicam on these boys and see what comes
I
of
think
this.
so. So,
We'll see
nice
them
work.
come around.
Nice solid formation there too. They've actually, boys are well versed in these days.
And this will be a pretty, there's a little bit of a gap there back to Aztec. He's just kind of trying to get his timing right. It's all about timing here. Green flag, we have got a green flag as they go. Farmer looking for the outside line into one. Be nothing to have there. Oh, it's gone wrong. Does he straighten it up? That is incredible.
So that's that Crompton having a bit of a slip there.
And yeah, Crompo actually tags Jeffro as well. Geez, there's plenty going on here.
There's plenty going on there, and that's actually bunched the boys behind there who were already well bunched, even tighter up in behind Farmer there. So
yeah,
some side by action between the two Mercs there, just behind Melling.
And look who popped out in first place, mate. Your championship leader. How does he do it? He just is always there, isn't he, Davo?
Unbelievable.
And he has put his head down and going.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Mate, like that was just, Johnny on the spot. And I saw Luke getting sideways through the chicane at practice on Tuesday. And I tell you what, the car is fast, but it looks really nervous on change of direction.
Yeah, and it looks a little agitated on the curbs there too. So although it's very quick and pointy, it can come back to bite you.
Yep.
That type of setup. So he just probably wants to get those tyre temps up.
Oh, but a side by side with Damien Jones there. Who was that with? That was with Craig Stoneley.
Now Stoneley had been side by side with, I think it's Mudgee there, just only a few corners back. So Damien's obviously, there's been pressure between Mudgee and Stoneley, and Damien's been able to slip in between them there. So nice work from Damien.
Okay. Good to see Jeffro making a good start as well, and obviously he capitalised on that little bit of contact with Farmer and Luke Crompton, but John McDonald is putting his head down and has already made that margin as we just bring up some broadcasting data for you guys there, so you can clearly already see that John's got about a second and a half back to Luke Crompton at the moment, and these guys at 20 minutes, David, they'll be just qualifying laps. They will just absolutely smash these laps out. The only thing that will hold these boys back as far as pace is concerned, as we see the sparks come off the back of the BMW of Farmer as he exit that chicane, will be the potent for, as we spoke about, track cuts. Pity we couldn't have that graphic up ourselves, so we could see where they were, but
yeah, so unfortunately with the track cut situation in our data, we only get notification when they've exceeded their quantities and that they will receive a drive-through. So
as we just look out the back wing right now as we speak of Steve Melling in the Castrol checks in the mail Aston, at Damien Jarkus Jones just absolutely all over him, down into that right hand hairpin as we just round the final chicane. Jarks will look for some better drive off of here. Devo drops a wheel in the dirt. Jarks probably gets a slightly better run, and does he poke it down the inside into one? Has a big look and thinks better of it.
And well showed the nose there from the BMW, and Jarkus has gone from strength to strength over the last couple of rounds as he gets up to speed with his new hardware. And again tonight you can see him getting very aggressive, knows he's got some pace. But
has to watch the mirror too, Davo, because look what's happening behind.
He does, because Stoneley, look, Stoneley's no slouch, and he again has been improving over the last few rounds, and definitely showing some strengths. And he's watching his mirrors as well, because we have the old boy Ashley Rediger.
Yeah, he's in there.
Pressure.
Yeah, Ash is in there.
So he's well in that fight there. So.
And then Nick McIndoe, who we've seen running up the front and featuring on the podium last week, is right there. A couple of Camaros, Aaron Enright and Nick McIndoe Jake McKellar just dropped a couple of spots off the start there, as we see Aztec ranging all over the back of him, down into
and
the
up
right
the
hander.
front there, now we see Steve Wilton just in behind Jeff Burse.
Yep.
And so there's plenty of pressure there. I think I missed the pass on Steve there from Jeff. So yeah, nice work from
that'll happen during that little bit of commotion at the start there with between Farmer and Crompo, Davo. That Jeffro just capitalised on that. So hey, we might just take a minute while we're watching the heat of this action just to plug a couple of our sponsors, Davo, if we may.
Yes, definitely. Obviously, the Asrnz GT4 Challenge Series is brought to you by Superior Joint Sealing, and obviously helped with our regular sponsors, GoBro Racing, Hypercube Web Design and Online Marketing, and Outdoor Effects, Spark Cleaning in Taupo, Macado Constructions, Zero Vision Motorsport, and of course New
I'll just
Look Painting.
interrupt you there, Davo. We're just going to go back for a quick replay as we see a pass from Aztec on Jake McKellar. Goes the long way round and pulls it up into that chicane, the first chicane, so turn 3-4 is a beautiful little move. Pretty sure you've got a track cut for that second chicane we just witnessed there. But hey, look, these guys...
I would have thought so there, just looking at that footage.
And I can tell you now that Luke Crompton has squeezed that margin by half. That margin is now visibly shorter. It is down to about 6/10 of a second. So Crompton's on his way forward with 13 minutes 40 to go in this race.
Yeah, and you see on his way forward, I'm just... And like if I go back to the helicam and just sort of get a gauge on the boys behind, Farmer and Burse.
As he squeezes him up, looks for a switchback. Can we get a replay on that, Davo?
He put some pressure on there.
As we catch a replay down the inside, does it cleanly, no touching, no bad touching. And squeeze him up. Farmer looking really good, but giving plenty of respect to Jeffro.
Yeah,
sorry, as you were, Davo.
Yeah, I just wonder whether McDonald made a small mistake and actually came back to Crompton there. I sort of feel that the margin between second and third hadn't changed that much, but definitely between first and second. So
yeah, visible difference in the times with both those cars.
Crompo's
last lap at a 36.7 plays a 37.3. So at a 36.6 is the best time for Crompo, and a 37.0 for John McDonald says that Crompo's all about the pace.
He is, and as usual, that Mercedes on point. It took a little while to come up to speed, but yeah, definitely no slouch.
Oh, who was that? So I was just watching Steve-O being absolutely molested by Jarkus, and that Jarkus is definitely not someone you want to be molested by. But
definitely not. That pack of cars there actually. Four in front of that pack of cars there. There's like about 6 of them there.
Yes.
Quite tight.
Yeah, I was just watching. I think is it Ashley and then Nick McIndoe, and Nick's starting to range up on that Aston quite regularly now, as we see them all filter down into this final chicane.
Difficult track to really make big gains on. It's unfortunate. I mean, I suppose it's a perfect sprint track. It'd be difficult to race a long race on, I think, and make any major gains. But I'm not sure.
Farmer, we're just going to have a quick look at that. We're going to go back and just check that out. What are we looking at there? We've missed something there because he's clearly got the job back done on Jeffro. Jeffro doesn't want to give it up. We missed that. So Farmer got...
still battling on there.
Yep, so he got that job done. Good to see a strong showing from Mudgee too, Davo.
Yeah, nice work from Mudgee. And yeah, Aztec is with all that touring and throwing there from Farmer and Jeffro. Aztec in the tonight's Stealth Aston.
Yes, Stealth Aston.
Yeah, just sneaking up on the back of that, and yeah, I think he'll want a part of that action as well. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, not afraid to get in amongst it. Old Aztec.
As Ryan's attacking the back of Nick Davison, so it's good to see those boys are battling hard for 20th and 21st. So that's really awesome to see. And as we just will venture up, I'm just still pretty curious as to what's going on with Jeffro, because I thought he looked pretty solid, and now he's under massive attack from Aztec.
Yeah, I just watched that last braking area. Aztec looks like he's got the NASA pads on, mate. He is all over the back of Jeffro there in a couple of those corners, so...
Right, okay. What are we talking about? John stabilised that gap sort of 0.8 to 1.1. So maybe there was a mistake there, maybe he called it. Because John now brought his lap times down to a 36.5. That last one plays a 37.0. So John McDonald holding the fastest lap of the race at this point in time with a 36.588.
Yeah, and so I noticed there now also as Damien ranges up on the back of Aaron Enright that he's obviously got past Steve Melling as well.
So we missed that, apologies viewers.
So which just pops Melling back into 13th. So Enright in one of the other Camaros there, just going to try to keep that BMW behind it as he just ranges up on the back of Nick McAdoe.
Yeah, who's fallen off.
A very quick car last week, and clearly the quickest Chevy on the track in the past couple of weeks. So
I wonder why he fell off the back of off the back of Ashley, because he was right there. So I just going to jump back up the front and just see what Aztec can do with Jeff. You know, we've got two Astons now, so
and now if I look at that battle now, you know, we can see Jeffro responding to the pressure from Aztec, but where does he go?
Yeah,
Damien, you know, like he's got Farmer with a very, very wide BMW in front of him.
Yep.
He's not going to give that up lightly, so...
There's plenty to play for.
There is plenty to play for. We've already gone past the halfway mark.
Just like that, David. Crikey. And you know, clearly, Farmer, Jeffro, and Aztec. This is the podium, you know. And Jesus, who doesn't want to come and talk to us, mate? You know, it's the prize of the night, isn't it? To come down here and talk with us. So,
well, the beer's always cold. So.
That's it. So I don't know. We'll have to watch that one. I can't help but think that I don't know. Jeffro's obviously been passed. We missed the first part of the pass. We obviously saw the back end of it where he was trying to fight it. Where do you want to look? As we scroll down and
I wouldn't even put money on those two.
Yeah. So Aaron Enright and Damien Jones. So Jarkus has given up on Steve-O because he's obviously passed him and pulled away.
Yeah, Steve-O's just like going, okay, I'm done. You got me. So he's just going to sit in that clean air he's in. I think he'll ride that out. Damien, I think, is really reveling in his newfound control of this car. And,
well, it's money well spent, isn't it?
It's looking pretty solid tonight and making a good showing. I think he'd love to be in the top 10. Probably not this race, but let's just watch that space as well.
Yeah, so just having a look. We might just shoot up the front and just see what's happening there with JB, because that margin has shrunk down to half a second again.
So what's the last laps on those boys? See that?
Nothing in it.
There's nothing in it, so I don't know where that happened.
3/1000.
Unless it was just in the split that hasn't come up yet on our data, where again.
But look at the gap. Look, they've just ditched the field.
They have, but I don't think that Merc has that much pace that it can gain that much time. I'm sure John's feeling the pressure, and maybe, you know, like the niggling little mistakes are creeping in here and there. And like you've already touched on with Luke, obviously, in the interview earlier, but, you know, throughout the night, that corner cutting is such an issue here.
Yep.
You know, so in a sprint race condition, even more so. So I'm sure these boys are. Maybe John's got a couple up his bloody sleeve already. You know, or he's got a couple crosses against his name and is worried about that. now and maybe backing off. So
Yeah, hey, so I'm just looking. I haven't got the data back up. I've obviously got rid of it. I shouldn't have, but I'm looking at Bear Grylls and Mule, aka Carlo, and I'm just trying to remember what the status was here in the championship. I know that Carlo was leading. Actually, Carlo was leading
I can find that for you.
the Pro-Am. So if you just want to touch base on, I'd just like to, with 5
So,
minutes
yeah,
to go,
so
just let our viewers know.
Yeah, Carlo's top of the Pro-Ams, 14th in the championship overall. So
Yeah,
he's
so
first
he's
in
leading
the
the
Pro-Ams.
Pro-Ams, and who's
Yeah,
second in the
yes.
Pro-Ams?
Is Bear Grylls.
And they are line of
they're
third.
they're 10 points apart.
Okay, so there's a little net gain here for Bear if he can tick this one off. He'll be aware of that. What I'd like you to touch on for us, if you could, Davo, was obviously that's a Pro-Am. How are we looking in the AM? Did we have...
Just throw a Sakara in the pits too, just there quickly. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, Ryan Gilbranson. So who was leading? Was it Nick Davison leading the AM championship?
Yeah, now Nick Davison and Kenny.
Okay, so Kenny's one car in front of him also with a 4-second margin, and
That's right.
Nick Davison is absolutely attacking Kenny as they just round up Jacob Soper.
And-
that will be for
and-
position, so Kenny puts a car between him.
And another thing to note is that both Bear Grylls running in second in the Pro-Am and Kenny running in the AM are both in Janetta tonight.
Yes,
Right, now this is a Janetta track if you've ever seen one.
it is. So
So,
just interesting to see that both the Pro-Am and the AM championship contenders are in a battle with each other, and it is a role reversal, so there's a slight net gain for both those guys.
So that's their top end positions those boys are running for there tonight.
Yeah, 100%.
J-Man. So
As that little battle is just allowed...
because the Nick Davis and Kenny battle in the AM series is only 2 points apart, those two boys.
Yep.
That's 10 points apart between Carlo and Bear.
Yep. Okay, so as we'll just shoot up the road, have a look at that Luke Crompton battle. So that's staying much the same with 3.5 minutes to go. Aztec has just got Jeff by the look of it. We might just come back 30 seconds and see if we can get that. So we have come back 30 seconds. Jeff has done a run wide on the final chicane. We've picked that up on the replay for you folks. And he gets a run down the inside. So that has cost Jeffro dearly, because he is battling Aztec in the championship. He tries to hold on for as long as possible.
Like I said 80 minutes ago, I would not put money on that battle of those three there.
Yep.
That was Farmer, Aztec and Jeff, and
Yep.
there you go. There you go.
Okay, so as we see that there, so Crompo still around 7/10 behind John. Farmer's looking like he wants to be the guy on the podium for a chit-chat. He knows what it's like in the booth. Jeff's still chasing Aztec after that pass. Jake McKellar still staying in the A. Lost a couple of positions off the start of that race. Mudgee is under maximum attack. We're going to go at the rear wing of Mudgee and just have a look at that Stonely Mercedes, followed by the Ash Vinegar Aston.
And Mudgee runs a little wide.
Oh, he
And
does.
it just gets tighter and tighter.
It does. So can we have an onboard with, what's it, Craig Stonely? On board with Craig Stonely. Okay, here we go.
At the back, at the Aston, and look at McIndoe climbing the curbs in that Chevy there out of that final chicane.
Yep.
And it's hard not to miss. Like you could just it's hard to miss. It's just so big that you can even see it above and around that Aston.
Yeah, you're right. As we just jumped on board with Craig Stonely this lap, and he was sort of maximum attack the one before. He's just car looking like it. Eyes, Mudgee runs wide. Here we go. What's going to happen here? Mudgee goes defensive on the inside line. He knows that under brakes he'll still have the inside line and does pull it up. So smart little bit of driving there from Mudgee as this closes this bunch back up. As I just see, I'm
Tight
going
up. Was that a little
Mac
over a
and
minute
Doe.
ago?
as these
This
boys
is
come down here.
This is heating up.
It is Jarks on the back of Aaron Enright now as well. We'll go helicam so we can capture as much of this as we can.
Yes, Jarks and Aaron Enright climb right
Looking
up on the
for a
back of the
move
battle.
with
They're
Stonely.
side by sides there with Mudgee and Stonely.
So
Mate,
close, so close.
I'll have a quick look up at the front, but we're going to watch this. John and Luke Oh,
How do you go? How do you pick it here? There's Nick
stay on what you're
McIndoe
on.
is still attacking Ash. Steve-O's on the back of this pack here, so
Boys are going for another lap.
they are going for another lap. That's
Yep,
cool.
yep.
As the car's weaving all down into the final chicane.
As their slot into the final chicane, look at them. You can throw a blanket over that lot. Look at it as they weave across to set up for the
Jarks with a run.
first
Shows
corner.
the nose.
Shark's having a crack. Enright covers,
He does cover.
but he knows he needs no mistakes.
Nothing at all. He can't run wide like he did the last lap.
Stoneley will be all over it. McDonald's run through one of the chicanes.
Has he?
Oh my God! And Crompton behind him, if you want to get a quick replay on that, has clipped the inside curb and had a big slide.
Can we go back? Can we go back? We're going to miss the end of the race by doing that, but we'll just go back. So as we see them, we'll try and deliver that for you. As if you can go live and just let us know what happens live there, Davo.
So,
Oh, he does straight lined it, so he must have had one in the bank.
Watch it.
We heard Crompo talk about it earlier, that if he had them in the bank, he would use it. Well, there you go. So are they still on a lap?
So yeah, still on the lap as they round into the final
So
turn
we'll just
here.
pick up with John Boy.
John Boy's easily got his measure, but yeah, John Boy with a straight through nearly on the chicane, which would have been a massive cut. And
Farmer for third.
incredible. And Crompton with a big slide on the way out. As we see McKellar, here's the train.
Here's the train. Let's go back to the train.
Only Bettinger.
McIndoe. As they fan out three wide, the Camaro of the Ignite's got to run.
And who's that? Did he get it?
No, he didn't get it.
Jones.
Did he?
Got Jones.
Oh, let's get a replay on that.
What a finish.
Was that a fuel issue?
For-
No, he braked. What was that all about? He brake checked it right at the end.
Again, he's done it a couple of times. Look at this. Look at these guys as they just warm down.
Oh, it's beer run out of gas. We've got beer crawling. There is a no pushing rule. We have been told there is a no pushing rule.
Oh,
What is going on here?
he's weaving.
We need to get... Yeah.
That's it. Like if the wind was blowing in the right, he's going to get this.
Where is he? Where is he?
He's got.
Where is he?
He's got four
What?
spots on the grid. He's doing it. He's going to do it. He's got it.
What is going on, beer? Are we out of
got
fuel?
Used too much on the first lap, warming my brakes up.
Oh, well done, B. You brought it across the line. The no push rule obviously in effect now. Well done, mate, to bring that home.
Oh, gutted.
Bit of excitement there. Hey, look, there was a big battle going on there for the. Obviously, you were one up on your stablemate looking for that championship. Extra points. You were ahead of, I believe it was Carlo there for a bit. Was it Carlo? Hang on. Yeah, it was. So didn't quite go your way in the end, mate. But well done for
I'll
getting
have
across
another
the
leader
line.
next race. Another leader next race, though.
Yeah, I would suggest maybe another couple, pal. All the best, eh?
Nice work, mate.
Ah, bloody beer grooms, eh? All right. Hey, look, this is
That's 6 cars just all rolled around the lap together and have just all rolled into the pits. You know, they're all coming in the pits now.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, we're going to have to quick fire these boys through this bloody podium celebration.
Because this all moves really quick tonight. So let's go. Steve Wilton.
Steve Wilton,
Third
aka Farmer, third position.
Farmer.
Well done. The 74 BMW of Farmer.
Golf claps all
Yeah.
around.
Well done, mate. Hey, luckily,
Thanks, guys.
luckily, vehicle transporter's got you home, mate, so you could actually take this podium. Shit, she was all on there, mate.
Yeah, it was all on, wasn't it? And a little error on my behalf there off the line with Luke, and yeah, look, the beamer was hooked up right off the get-go, and I just got a little bit excited there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting the pace of those two boys. They were just, streaks ahead of the rest of us. So, yeah, great sort of quali.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
got
well,
myself in that position, but don't really have the pace to run up there. So,
no, well done.
Yeah.
Well, look, we know that, we spoke to you after the last one. There's obviously a formula. So, chop. Maybe you need to sort yourself out and get ready for the next two. We've seen this before.
Yes, that's true. I'll go and work on that formula. And yeah, thanks, guys.
No, that was
Looking
good.
forward to the hot lap
Yeah,
thing again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
No,
done.
good
Yeah.
stuff, mate.
Cheers, boys. Lovely work.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Lean
Yeah.
forward.
Yep.
Lean,
Go
yes,
hard.
we'll try. We'll try. We'll do our best, mate. Yeah, Rogie.
See you, mate.
Well done, farmer.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so second,
Crumpy.
yeah, second place tonight for our pole sitter for race 1, Luke Crompton, mate. How's that?
Oh yeah, pretty average.
Pretty average. A little bit of hip and shoulders at the start, mate. A little bit of paint traded with Farmer. We saw.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I was
Right.
pretty much locked, trying to keep it straight.
You're on the bump stops there, mate. We saw you on the bump stops a couple of times actually. I said to
Oh,
you
that
earlier.
last.
Yeah, the final
that
chicane.
down the back in the last lap. Woo!
Yeah, I couldn't see where I was going.
What,
Behind
from all the
JB there.
dust?
Yeah. What was that? Was that the red mist, or is it what was going on there? You just
Oh, there was definitely some red mist, mate.
yeah. Well, hey, look, you
Definitely
did,
upset my my resume.
you did well. You and John Boy on in a different postcode. Clearly.
Definitely. Yeah, well done, mate.
Hey,
Yeah, it was a bit dark to see that gold beamer go past, eh? That's
yeah. Well, you know the story, mate. He's always somewhere there, eh? I mean, if you blink, you'll miss it. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you know what? You just got to keep him behind you, mate.
Yeah.
Then you don't have that problem.
Yeah. It's not that hard, is it?
yeah. You want to show us how?
No,
Yeah,
mate.
no,
That's
no,
why I'm
no,
up here.
no.
That's why I'm up here. But
I'm
Yeah,
just here
Oh,
for
come
the
on, Glenn, you got
advice
the pace,
and
mate.
moral support.
yeah, no. Hey, look, we're still
Oh,
a
sorry,
bloody good second place, Lukey. And hey, look, you got an opportunity in a few minutes to go and make amends and hopefully
Definitely.
go one better the next one, mate. So all the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheers, guys.
Great to watch, mate.
Keep cracking, eh?
Awesome.
Yeah, mate. Get
See you,
into it.
pal.
Right.
Mate.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
and where is
sounds
he?
like it was a tough race for Lukey there, so
Yeah,
it's okay.
he's a bit
but,
dark. He's a bit dark.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
There's plenty of racing to go tonight yet. So who we got next?
We'll grab the opportunity. I mean, the champion, the championship leader. Definitely opportunity there for him to grab that one and had all the pace after it. So John Boy, well done on the first position.
Yeah, cheers. Bit of a gimme there, that one.
Got to take those ones, mate.
Yeah, don't know what happened. I almost slowed down because I was thinking, oh, what's going on here?
seas parted.
And then realised, oh, shit, I can keep the hammer down and go on the inside, so
Yeah,
around the outside, so and then just put that boot down. But Crompo had good pace still, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't remember seeing, but I thought a 36.588 was the fastest lap I saw the last time I looked, which you laid down.
Which is quicker than qualifying.
Yeah, with about 7 minutes,
Yeah,
6
thanks,
minutes
Babs.
to go. So yeah, it was definitely a good race, and, mate. We alluded to when it happened, as I know you'll see later with a couple of crafties, and we don't encourage drink driving, so yeah, we'll give you a crafty anyway. But you know the
Oh,
you
no,
know the
so
story. Drink
I'll put it-
drink
I'll put it-
responsibly.
Yeah, I'll put it to the side here.
Yep.
Sip on that Powerade and
I just meant don't
yeah.
spill it. But yeah, no, well done on a first position.
Yeah, good stuff.
yeah, no, thank you.
And hopefully, mate, we get to talk to you again shortly. Look at that. There's a bit of controversy up there. I can see Farmer and Luke having a bit of a chit chat. So, bit of bad
There you
touching
go.
there, something. But
So good luck in quali 2 there.
yeah,
JB, and,
yeah.
Yeah, we went a
It's
bit
been a great watch
conservative
so
there
far.
because
Yep.
yeah, you just never know. You got to just we'll take it conservative.
No pressure.
Yeah,
but
sure.
can you do a better job this next one?
Oh, I'll try. I'll
Thanks,
try.
mate.
There's always room for improvement. Get out there.
Yeah. Hold on. Enjoy it. Talk to you soon.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty happy with
Awesome.
himself, but I think probably acknowledging. Acknowledging that he probably got a bit of a gift there, but you still got to be there. So as we go there and we go drive, so we got about
Okay.
50 seconds before they go to Q2, Davo.
Yeah, that's good. So, we'll just take that chance again, I suppose, to thank Superior Joint Sealing for sponsoring the Asrnz GT4 Challenge series here tonight, and obviously our other sponsors, GoBro Racing, Hypercube Web Design and Online Marketing, Outdoor Effects, Spark Cleaning in Taupo, Mackindale Constructions, Zero Vision Motorsport, and of course New Look Painting. Thanks again, guys, for all your support throughout the year and years past. So, and thanks for all the viewers and anybody that's following us on Twitch and watching tonight, either live or
Yep.
later on.
And thank you, Davo.
So, Oh, no. But thank you, J-Man.
It's an absolute pleasure. Always is.
It is. It's a little. It's interesting because we actually stream NZ time at about 9:30 at night, but or 9 o'clock start, and yeah, in Australia that's it's a pretty early start for me. So
Yeah, well, thank Christ for that, mate,
I'm
because,
just home and
you know,
showered and ready to go. So it's awesome.
yeah, well, thank Christ for that, because I can only imagine, you know, what sort of delivery we'd get if it was fucking 9 o'clock.
Oh, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Sorry,
awesome.
apologies for the French. Hey, did you notice? I just tried to cover that up, but the boys. What are we doing here? Something
Looks like
happening
they're
here.
just running out to
This is
qualifying
Q2.
now.
It is. It is.
So this is Q2, and I just noticed I've actually got my car focused on Jeff Burst at the moment, so he is still sitting on the jacks in
Yep.
pits.
Yep, and he's still rocking the breast cancer
As-
awareness rims there with the pink stripe on
He
there.
is,
So
he
good on
is.
Jeffro for
Yeah,
the
nice
acknowledgement
work.
around breast cancer.
As he drops off the jacks now, we also have McIndoe, McDonald, Enright, Aztec, Luke Compton, Soper, Mudgee, Gilbranson, Wilton, Bear Grylls, and Melling in the pits. Is that right? Is it out of whack? No, that is right.
You called
I'm
it here
just-
first, mate. You called it here first.
Look at
and,
that, look at that. So Bear Grylls just going out now.
So who do you think? Is it somebody
As-
maybe like
Here we go. We
Jarkus?
start seeing a few cars dropping off the jacks now.
who we got going out first?
This is starting to become a little bit of a power play. Okay. So who was going out first?
I
We've got
think
Aaron
as
Luke
Jake-
Compton out.
Has Jake got out first again? No, Ashley. Ashley. Possibly.
Oh, first.
No. Yeah, I'm just trying to pick up on who's going to lay down the first indicative.
Yeah.
Whose lap has just started? Somebody's just started. It is Gunther. Is the first lap to start. Gunther in the AMG Mercedes, the 46 car. Had a good showing. The last race actually was engaged in some pretty good battling.
Yeah, nice work from Gunther there.
Okay, so and we got Troy started the lap, Ashley started the lap, Bear Grylls has started the lap, also Jake McKellar has started the lap. So Jake McKellar is, as we see the visuals here, we can see Gunther, Ashley and Jake, and I believe Craig Stonley all in the same frame, all around 30 to 45 seconds into their lap. Just going to stick here and give the camera some time to Gunther on this lap here, just to see what he can make of this.
Yeah, the work's looking really solid, and I just noticed the way it was soaking up the curbs a lot better than the Crompton car earlier. I don't know how much adjustment these guys have got in these cars, but you know what? For whatever reason, whether it's just the way he's attacking it, it's, the car's looking fairly neat off the curb.
Yep.
Very neat lap.
Yeah, they are definitely looking pretty tidy. That as we just see Gunther come across for a 38.0, so we'll see how that stacks up as Jake McKellar just comes across for a 37.8. Ashley is about to come across. No, what happened? Ashley aborted the lap. He got it wrong, so he will go to the back of the pack. As Craig Stonley goes to the top on a 37.2. That's not cool for Ash.
No.
That'll be all she wrote there.
No.
So who have we got? We got Bear Grylls gone to pits on a 39. Troy Wilson
Fourth.
banked to 38.
Watch that change.
Yeah, for sure. Who have we got? We've got Nick McIndoe 53 seconds into his lap.
Mudgee's still in the pits.
Jarks is just about to lay down his time. Where does he go? He goes P3 on a 37.8. So that 37.3 of Stonley's looking good. The track is optimum. These guys should be going faster. Jeffro's just started the lap.
Yeah, but yeah, and we had that situation in Q1 too, didn't we, J-Man?
We
Where
did.
you know, like all the figures said fast, and it just didn't happen. Mudgy now rolls out of the pits.
Yep, Nick McIndoe just about to finish his lap. Looking
As
pretty
this
handy.
qualifying time winds
Might
right
go to the
down.
top. He goes to P6 as Luke Crompton banks a 36.6.
36.6 now. Yeah, well quicker than Q1.
Where's
I'm
Aztec?
just...
Aaron's blowing a lap too by the look of it. He has. So he'll go down to the bottom of the pack as well. He'll be down there with Ash. As we see Aztec rounding the final corner. Oh, I think this is quick. I think this is quick. Where does it take him? Onto the front low row on a 37.1. Where's John McDonald?
So provisionally on the front row there, McDonald still halfway through the lap, and
Jeff Burst as well. He says John further up the road. He is up the road by 4 seconds. So John's lap's going to finish slightly ahead of Jeff Rose. Aztec, so Luke Crompton, Aztec, Craig Stoney, Jake McCullough, Damien Jones, Gunther, Nick McIndoe, Troy Wilson, Kenny Beagles makes the provisional 10 at the moment as we see John McDonald come through to take the front roller on a 37.1. Where does Jeff end up in there? Jeff ends up on the second row with a 37.
oh, first row for Jeff Burst.
Wow.
Next to Luke.
He does 36.9.
Wow.
Wow, good work. Good recovery from Jeff after that one there.
Yeah.
Who are we looking at? Stephen Melling's still on a lap.
Who are we waiting for? Bloody...
Mudgy hasn't even
Farmer.
started one. Oh, sorry, Mudgy starts one now. So, Farmer, where is Steve Wilton? 126. So is he just ahead of... Yeah, he is. Oh, he's back in the pits as well. He's blowing his lap too. He's off the back. He's off the back. As you see Steve-O come around looking for a 30.
There's a few off the back there, isn't there?
Yeah, P6 for Steve-O. It's a good effort. So really want to see what Mudgy's got to deliver out of this. There's Jacob coming round. Jacob's picking up a few spots here by these boys just not even finishing a lap.
Nice work from Stoneley there with the 37.3 actually.
Yeah, 100%.
Puts him in fifth in front of Melling there. And yeah, obviously tight lap for Stephen. But
What can
yeah,
you tell
nice.
us about the delta of Mudgy? Is he still green? He's not red?
I'm not watching.
Okay, you would think he'll pull off if he
look.
gets a cut. We'll just go back to Jacob. He's just rounding up his lap.
He's not green.
39, 40. He'll stay where he is based on... He moves up
Oh,
one,
he is
16.
green. Yeah, he hasn't cut. No.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just pick up on Mudgy. As Mudgy comes down to the final chicane. How's he looking? 122, 7 tenths down on his predictive. Oh, I could see Mudgy, I think, looking at this in P8. P5, well done. That ended up, that final chicane exit was a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, nice work
37.1.
there, eh?
Beautiful, beautiful job. So that looks like everybody has done that job, and we see Crompo on the front row
There you
again.
go. Just quietly, who we were talking about right at the beginning of the qualifying session, Gunther Rowe.
Yep.
10th position.
Yeah, it's a good job.
Pop-
He went
puts
out
the car-
early.
Yep.
Went out early. Oh, we'll just grab Crompo and just give him some props on that.
Definitely.
Hey, Crompo, back in there again, mate.
Hey, boys.
Bit of a frequent flyer, mate. You're keeping the seat warm down here. Well done again, mate. 36.6. Still considerable margin over Jeffro, mate. So got your qualies locked down, brother.
Yeah, it's the car's performing pretty well.
Yeah.
Actually, the track was probably a bit faster than that. Kind of caught how much grip there was, but
Yeah,
I
we
was
did.
probably a little bit slow on my entries.
Yeah, we did call it when optimum, so we're sort of expecting some better times. But hey, I'll just have you know that the Wilton BMW is down in P20, so there'll be no worries off the start with that car.
yeah. He screamed out.
Yep. Oh, naturally. But no doubt Jeff Burst will give you a good rundown into one anyway, mate. So hey, best of luck out there, mate.
I'm sure he will.
Hopefully we're talking to you again shortly.
Cool. Cheers.
Good luck, Luke.
Well done, brother.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, there you go, Davo. That's another grid. Luke Crompton on pole for the second time tonight on a 36.6.
Well, yeah, nice work. So, what? It's about 0.3 of a second or something quicker than his Q1 time.
Yep.
Everyone's probably down about 0.3 of a second on their Q1 times.
Yeah.
But still not overly quick track, even though the numbers say it should be. So, yeah, well done from all the boys. And
Yeah, opportunity here for a few people too.
Absolutely, and that's where we're just going. It's just like there's a big gap down the bottom here where I see a whole bunch of guys that haven't done clean qualifying laps, which has obviously shuffled the whole field up. And yes, that equals opportunity, doesn't it? So,
and speaking of opportunity, I'm just going to take this quick second to grab one of our skippers down here, Steve Melling. How are you, brother?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How you guys going?
Good, mate. Hey, look, just a little bit of acknowledgement on a good quality session there for you, mate. P7. So yeah, starting from P7, this one, possibly a little bit of redemption for that last one. I'm sure you'd like to would have finished a little bit further up. We saw Jarkas get you in that race, but maybe not quite the car pace tonight as you had the past 2 weeks, but certainly an opportunity with the likes of Farmer and Nick McIndoe behind you and stuff, mate. You might be able to make some points back on those boys.
Yeah, I went probably the wrong way on one of my diff settings just before that. I think that I thought was heading in the right direction and locked it all in, and then just felt I didn't quite have the turn I need. I just tested now going back the other way, and I'll be using that for the race as well. So
right.
Hopefully that'll improve.
So the memo was stay out of the BMWs during the week.
Yeah, don't try anyone else's car.
Okay.
No, the car should be good. I was pretty happy with the pace at the start. It was just I was about to get into my rhythm, and then I just it was hard to get my head back in the game after that. So
yep.
I spent most of the race just trying to clear the mist and get my head forward. But I'll be right for this one.
Oh, well done, mate. You're well inside the 10. Keep moving forward. You'll be right, and hopefully we everything goes your way, mate. We might get to talk to you again shortly.
Yep, awesome, mate. Thanks, guys.
Well done, bro. Have a good one.
Good luck with Steve.
Here you go. Yeah, so just because I just picked up that last one, this is a guy that's featured on the podium the last 2 rounds, probably starting to get the car in a sweet spot, and himself, bit of confidence building, and I do know that he actually hopped in the Farmer BMW during the week and got a little bit comfortable in it, and then jumped back into his car. So given the fact that he did that, and then the car that got him on track that last race was a BMW of Damien Jones's, I think, talked to Steve earlier in the week. I think he made a diff setting change that he thought was probably lucrative and maybe heading down the same path as the Beamer, but hey, look, the Aston and the Beamer, 2 different cars, Davo.
Yeah, they are, but interesting when you swap cars like that and get in another well-tuned car. You can definitely learn a lot from the way you want your car set up. So
yep,
good to see Melling sort of taking advantage of that.
Yeah. So hey, look, a pretty fierce field here again, and the big hitters, they always come out to play. Obviously we lost a couple with Farmer and probably Aaron down there and Ashley. Wouldn't expect to conventionally see those guys down there, as we see that Kenny Simpson has not made the start of this race. Kenny Simpson is currently sitting in the pits, so I'm not sure what's happened there to Simo, but clearly going to be a pit lane start for Simo if he starts at all. But yeah, alluding back to the Farmer / Aaron Enright, Ashley. We'll try and get back to those guys as much as we can, because you can expect that those guys will have a little bit more pace than some of the Pro-Am and Am guys back there. No disrespect, it's just the way it is.
It is.
As we see the guys, that's a cool shot beneath the trees. Start of this race, we've obviously still got a lot of marbles on the outside of these lines from the previous race. This is a scheduled race weekend, so you know it's a evolution of a race weekend. So we can see plenty of marbles. You wouldn't want to be out too wide on some of these corners.
No, you definitely wouldn't want to be in. There's a clear racing line in amongst all that rubbish. You can see it on the outside of the track, and which makes the passing all the more difficult.
So 7:15 it is, Davo. So are we going to be running into the night? And am I right in thinking that this next race is going to be full night as they go to a breeze?
Well, I see the headlights on some of the cars already, and they're actually showing a beam on the road. So it's and I thought it was dull, you know, last race. So it's here we go. Not a really good formation. What's going on there? Have we got a car missing? What's everything's out of whack. Here we go. Doesn't look tidy. Boys up the front, slow down. Quick bit of a shuffle. That's looking good. It's looking tight. Here we go. This is race 2, sim sprint. We've got a green light. Burst goes to the outside. Donald on the inside. Oh, Burst props. Aztec ranged up in amongst that. Thought he wanted to have a crack at it. That's Stonely. Very close behind. My data's not keeping up here. I think that's the McKellar. It is the McKellar. Chevy with Mudgy right behind it. Interesting start as my data starts to update here. It's going crazy. Crompton out in front. Have we lost Gentleman?
Apologies, we had an audio failure on my behalf. Apologies, Davo. You got me?
Roger that.
You got me? Yeah, you're running fine as well, so it was my turn to bug out this week. Hopefully that wasn't for too long.
Apologise for last week too, people.
Yeah, apologies.
Few audio issues, but yeah, just again we just go back to Luke Crompton. Just stretching that lead. I don't think he wants to get involved with anybody this race. He's just want to get a bit of space between him and the next guy. We see Aztec right up beside McDonald.
How did that eventuate? Just go back 10 seconds. Just have a look at how that happened. He looked for a switchback. Oh, and it was beautifully executed. Does he get it done? Oh, it's still going on as the replay flicks back to live. They are still side by side, and we're some way around the track by now.
Yes, Stonely now.
Stonely now having a look. Oh, this is where it's at. This is clearly where it's at.
Yeah, so Aztec definitely wanting a part of.
Oh, he's ranging out again.
At the moment, we've got headlights ablaze.
Oh.
Difficult track to get a flow on. Difficult track to pass.
Wow.
The nature of it. Perfect sprint racing.
Jeepers, Davo. So definitely Crompo and Jeffro gone.
Just to say, a little quick recap. We've got Jones in 10th, Melling in 9th. Gunther Rose actually got himself up into 8th position. We have Mudgy in 7th.
Yep.
Jake McKellar in 6th. Craig Stonely in 5th. Aztec in 4th, and this is what we're looking at. Aztec 4th, John McDonald 3rd, Jeff Burst 2nd, and Luke Compton 1st position.
Just watching Farmer moving forward too, Davo. Him and Aaron Enright on the march. Big time. So he's on his own now. Nick Davidson's under attack from the thing. I'm just going to go back up the front with that Jake McKellar battle with Aztec and John. Apologies, Aztec and John. Aztec with a massive amount of pressure all over John. Can't help but think John was just looking to find his rhythm here or something. What our laptop's looking like?
And it looked like McKellar understeered badly into that last corner with a little bit of probably got the outside onto the marbles. It's put Mudgee right up. Mudgee's got a bit of a run on him here.
Okay.
And we've got Stoneley ranging up on the back of Aztec. Aztec's Aston shooting sparks.
Oh, look at this battle again as well. I'm just going to flick back, guys, to Damien Jones on Steve O'Malley looking for this outside move again.
Outside.
What the hell? How the hell do you do? So we're just going to get a replay on that. He gets a better run out of the chicane. Little bit of a wiggle. Round the outside. Buffalo Gills.
I see a bit of tongue-in-cheek going on there. I see a bit of tongue-in-cheek. I reckon Melling knew that Sharks stopped for him in the last race. I reckon Melling backed off there and let him go, right?
Might have been a bit of tit for tat there.
I reckon it might be. He's playing the game.
Yeah.
So, no, nice work there from the boys, having a bit of fun.
As we see Stoneley all over the back of Ashley. Where's John McDonough? He's checked out. He's gone up the road to chase Jeffro. Stoneley's chasing. Stoneley is chasing Aztec.
Soon as Stoneley got on the back of Aztec, Aztec went into defensive mode.
Right, okay.
And it obviously changed the way he's driving that car now. McDonald's time's starting to tumble.
Jeffro with the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Oh, sorry, no, John Boy has.
John Boy, yeah. Which was his last lap. So he's like you said, he's stepped out.
Who's that? Mudgee looking.
See Mudgee looking.
Jesus.
He's dodging and whipping.
He's all over the back of that Camaro. Oh, and he's got to run. Is he going to look for an outside line down into the chicane?
And do you think the Merc's wide? You know, have a look at one of those Camaros. Massive.
Oh, they're so good coming down into that chicane. Hard under brakes, lining that up. They get to take a fair bit of curb without repercussions down there, Davo. As we see, who's that? It's Gunther Rowe was getting that Merc sideways through the right-hander. Now Mudgee's looking in the mirrors, just taking a little bit of pressure off the back of Jake McKellar. We're looking at some margins up the front here. I don't know that.
Aztec's got a bit of clean air there. What happened there?
Yeah,
so I'd say Stoneley's made a little error.
Yep.
Because he's gone back into
See what the lap
not
times
quite the
tell us.
clutches, but he's gone back towards McKellar. So it's given Aztec a bit of breathing space, and that has actually got him ranging back up on McDonald there. See that?
Yeah, it has.
It's not a lot, but it's notable. And they are both chasing down Luke Compton and Jeff Burrs.
Okay, Ashley is... Oh, here's the pack. We've got Ashley, Nick Davison and Bear Grylls. And Farmer. So why is Farmer... I thought Farmer was going with...
No, so Farmer... Bear Grylls was the next car for Farmer to pass.
Okay.
Yeah. And being the poor little Janetta here just would have had no match for the BMW in a straight line.
Yeah.
Now he has, who is it? Nick Davison.
He's got Nick Davison ranging up on him.
Look at them. Both of them want to have a crack at the same time.
Oh, Bear, that would have to be a cut through there. That would have to be a cut.
You'd expect so.
You would. You would. Oh, well done, Bear Grylls. Alright. So, looking at that. Okay, so that gap... Oh, so that gap to John McDonald's and Jeff Burrs is squeezed right up. John's caught Jeffro up. He has. He's definitely... And he's got the lights on.
Has Aztec gone with him? Who's
yeah,
going
he kind of has.
I'll tell you what, Stoneley's going with Aztec. It looks like he's keeping up.
Great drive from Craig Stoneley. Great drive from Jake McKellar. Mudgee. with Gunther doing a great job as well in 8th position. Damien Jones, Steve-O, man, they're all there. Nick McIndoe. We say it time and time again. I had to talk with these boys. Obviously went away with some of these boys on the weekend for a Bathurst weekend as we watched McIndoe getting a bit slick out of that first corner. But if
we just get back onto the McDonald burst.
Yep.
Thing.
If you make it in the 10 here, you're doing something right.
You are definitely doing something right to be in the top 10 with these boys.
She's game on here, Davo.
Because when we talk to the like the third position getter on the night, and they just go, mate, I've got nothing for the 2 boys up the front.
Yeah.
So it's.
Oh, John looking good. John Chicane, we're just on board with the McDonald BMW as he comes up here, 3rd gear, looking for a 4th gear.
And that's a very dirty track.
5th gear up here and then hard on the brakes. Doesn't actually come out of 4th there. Must be pretty close to the limit.
He must be pretty close or just tapping it off the top there to save the gear down change. So.
Yeah, it doesn't make 5th there either.
So again, sometimes it's counterintuitive, but you would think that you wouldn't go so quick down the straight, but it saves you a downshift and it can be quite good under brakes. So McDonald's showing the nose big time there, and then range is right back up. Very close, you can see. Getting a little bit darker now. We're halfway through the race now officially.
Yep.
Headlights starting to shine on the track a little bit more, so definitely getting later on in the evening, and the track temps are down, the ambience down. Look at the temperatures there, JB.
Yep, they are dropping. They are dropping. So just looking at the back of Ryan Branson. Now at the back of Nick Davison, all these guys have chewed up beer there. Steve Wilton has moved forward, so something must have happened to Aaron at some point there, because he was moving forward.
Aaron started at the back as well.
Yeah, but he was moving forward. He was actually ahead of Farmer. They were actually going together. I'm not sure what happened there, but
okay, yep.
Yeah, so Steve Wilton up to 13th, and he's got
Troy Wilson in the Porsche in front of him.
Sights. Yeah, so I don't think there's a 10 on the cards for the second race for Farmer, because it's just too hard a target with 8.5 minutes or 8 minutes 40 odd to go.
Well, to get a top 10, he'd have to go past McIndoe.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't see that happening.
John Weaving looking at Jeff first. He does this. He just puts the nose of the car there.
No, actually, you'd have to go past Melling as well.
Yeah.
So, actually, just have a quick look at McIndoe Melling. McIndoe had a big show of the nose in the Camaro. They're actually into T1.
Yep.
Plenty of respect from these 2 boys.
Yeah.
Damien's up the road a little bit, battling it out
what's
side
going
by
on
side
there?
with
Side by
Mudgee.
side.
And that's Gunther Rowe again. Comes up on our screen right behind that little battle.
Has he got a move going on there?
And so Mudgee makes the move stick.
He does.
On Damien.
He does. What a beautiful move.
Gunther, I think, is just thinking, well, geez.
Look, I've got to go back up to John. He's all over the back of Jeff. It's like there's nothing in it. The splits are telling me, look here,
Yeah,
look here.
I know. We've been back and forth there over the race, and unfortunately, it's hard for us when we come back to a contender like Jeff Burst, like he can have people.
Man, here we go. He
can make the
Here we
widest
go.
car. He's got it. No.
John backs out of it.
Again.
I would have said for all
it's
money.
like-
As Jeff Rowe gets a little bit slippery out of there, so that's given me enough time to go back to this other battle with Mudgee and Jonesy. I tell you what, look at that gaggle of cars there, Dave Oak, coming down the front straight. Look at Damien flashing the lights at Mudgee. He's like, piss off, Nudgy, I'm coming back.
Like these guys have, although they've been inseparable, there's been a lot of position changes. So,
Yes.
so this has been a good battle.
Yeah.
And it was like this in race 1.
It
so,
was.
yeah, these guys are just pretty well picked up from where they left off, and it's awesome to watch.
Yeah,
Very
too
close
right.
stuff.
And so what's happened there, Craig Stonley still chasing Aztec hard as well, so this battle's still going on, and this isn't over by any stretch. Stonley's not giving this one up. As we watch them come through the final chicane, how close is John? He's there or thereabouts.
It's hard to watch it. We keep going back there and we watch it for half a lap or a lap, and it's just like, okay.
Apparently there's another guy up the road. His name's Luke Crompton, and he's quite keen to get to the checkers. So he's well and truly up the road now. He's got around 4 seconds up the road.
Has well distanced himself. That's right.
John
all this going back. John McDonald with a run out, but again
on the
wrong
side.
Even when he was on the right side last lap, J-Man, he was in the dirty stuff. Here we go.
Oh, can he make it live out there?
Oh.
He drives the car into the line really shallow traditionally. Jesus.
Oh, that is fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it is a handy bit of driving by both those guys. As we see, I've just got to flick back. Stonley looking for a run. He might have just got a little bit of a wiggle there. Actually, it might have looked a little bit closer than what it was. But yeah, both those guys in shot. Is down into the braking zone. I did see that big vehicle with cars. I'm going to go back to it. Back to the Mudgee and Damien Jones. Gunther under attack from Steve-O now, who's taken Nick McIndoe with him. So Nick bulldozing the chicane there, no problem there. Right.
It's not quite. It doesn't have quite the anger it did earlier on in the race. The Damien Jones Mudgee battle is still in shoes, but
yeah,
the whole pack is sort of leaned out a little bit, but yeah, nice watch there all the same. Steve Wilton, where is Steve Wilton? Coming up behind McIndoe, so
how close? He is catching.
He dispatched Troy Wilson in the Porsche as we
36,
sort of expected he would.
on the last lap. Wow.
So, and like I touched on earlier, we would have to get past the McIndoe and Melencar to get in the top 10.
There's plenty of pace in it.
That will not happen tonight unless something really goes wrong for those boys.
I've got to keep going back to John McDonald. He's attacking Jeff. Jeff really wide, drops the wheel in the dirt.
But J-Man, seriously, come on.
Oh my God. How much track? How much real estate do they want?
Isn't it?
Oh my God. John looking to the inside. Doesn't probably realise he's out in the marbles when he does that. And hopefully there's not got too much pickup as he comes into the braking zone as they smash through that chicane.
The next battle back between Aztec and Stonley is nearly as intense at the moment.
I need to go helicam and get them all going, as we do, and we watch them all come through the chicane, because very shortly, if Aztec can tag on the back of John McDonald, it should be a four-way for third position.
And what's better than a three-way?
Well, four, I suppose.
Stands to reason.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't look anything like Human Centipede, it'll be okay. Right, so we're just looking at that. As we look down, and the camera won't bloody work because the cameraman's gone on strike, but he's just come back to work, so we'll give him a pay rise.
So they flicked through the final turn there. Still have Jethro second.
Yep.
McDonald third. Aztec fourth, and Stonley in fifth position. McKellar. Mudgee.
Oh, who was that wide? Was that Aztec? Was that Aztec wide? That has to have costed him. How did he get away with that? How did he get away with that? Oh my gosh. As we heard Archie just getting pretty excited in the background as we were. But John McDonald still up on the back of Jeffro. Looking down, Steve O'Melling and Nick McIndoe really fully engaged in a battle now. Or maybe Nick can see Farmer coming with 1:25 to go. You there, Davo? Or have you got a parrot on your shoulder? I've lost
Sorry.
him.
Yes,
Lost.
I'm back. Hello.
You got you, mate. I got you.
Yes.
Where does one look? I'm going to say it's the McIndoe Stevo. Farmer is now on McIndoe with potentially a lap and a half to go, or maybe, yeah, lap and a half to go. What will Farmer do? Will he have a go? Oh, he's flashing the lights.
Yes.
You're going to say
Farmer would definitely have a go. I think Damien Jones will have a go on Mudgee.
Yes. Yep. Where is he? Where is he? Where is Jarvis?
If he gets close enough.
Yep. He's not close enough. Yeah.
It's getting dark. They're
We're down to 12 degrees. We've lost another degree of 10.
So you know, like they're
Here comes
just
Farmer.
sighting their broken markers, and their rhythm will have changed, and
Here he comes.
getting down to the wire. This will be the final lap.
This isn't in for the 10 either. This is just for P11. As he gets probably a better run off 2. Bit tighter for the entry for 3. Lets him run it out wider.
Difficult track to pass on this. This Wilton's size is McIndoe.
He won't get it down into the chicane. I can tell you now that that won't happen as we just flick up the road. Sharks.
Shows the nose, but it's in vain, really.
Yep. Jeffro got a second now. Luke Crompton's. Are we on the last lap? We are.
We are on the last lap.
So we'll just get you to keep the eye scrolling down there as will I in case of any positional changes, but we do just pick up on
Yeah, the boys all have.
on the Crompton car. Just coming through as the sun's gone down now. It's effectively 8:45 at night.
It's the Mudgee Damien Jones still.
Props to
very
Crompo
tight.
on a race victory. Well done, Lukey. And we'll just jump back down to that second, third battle.
Jones up beside Mudgee again into the final chicane. Very close.
Sorry to you second, third boys. That is Jeff Burst and John McDonald. But we just had to just catch that bit of action for you guys as we watch Mudgee covering down into the. Yeah, brilliant.
Very close finish
Yeah.
there from those boys.
100%. So, and that
Well done to Gunther Rowe in 9th position there.
if Farmer right up beside McIndoe across the line. That's epic. That is epic piece of racing. Roy
Yeah,
Wilson.
very, very cool. Looks great as the sun dips down over the horizon, and the track gets a little bit darker there. Beautiful evening.
Yep. Not sure
Well
what happened
done.
to Carlo there, but we lost Carlo in that one. So that Kenny obviously did get going. I don't know how.
As I would have expected. So we got first position, Luke Compton.
All right. Shall we grab the man?
Jeff Burst, second.
All right.
John McDonald, third.
All right.
Fourth, Aztec. Fifth, Stonley.
We'll grab
Jack
Cromley.
McKellar. Let's grab Cromley.
All right. Crompo in the comms box, back to his seat, keeping it nice and warm. Hey, Lukey.
Hey boys, what's up?
Bit easier that one, mate.
I was pretty fucking focused on that one, mate. I was just
No bad
good.
touching. No bad touching at the start. Let you get away, and yeah, just put your head down.
yeah, the yellow Max not cook us off the line, eh? I was constantly getting burnt.
Yep.
Off the start, quite
30
easily too.
36-2 at race pace, mate. You'll be happy with that, though.
Yeah, wrapped. Track was pretty gripped up.
Yep. You're losing a bit of temperature towards the end, but man, yeah, it's a a second and a first, mate. You can't complain at that. If you can go 2-1-1, that'll be a good night.
Yeah. It's I think it's because of being quite rough on the tyres. The pressure's actually staying pretty good.
Okay, so
Even though the track dropped to about 13 degrees.
it actually got down
Yeah,
to 12.
it went even lower, but yeah, nice work, mate.
Yeah, well done. Hey, well done, and all the best for the next qualifying session. Hopefully we're talking to you again soon, but another great victory from Luke Crompton.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
No worries. Good luck.
All right, so it is Mr. Where is he? Where's Mr. Burst? Gotta find him. Welcome to the comms box, Jeffro.
Oh, hey man, how's it going?
Mate, oh, how are you going, mate? After a brilliant second place.
Yeah, my arms were about to fall off, but it's okay.
Yeah. Had that infamous BMW in your mirrors for the best part of that, and did a good job of driving fast and defensive. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, those bloody flickering lights and 2 mirrors.
That's a very wide Aston, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I did not want him to pass me.
No.
He could have got me a couple of times.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there was certainly one there we thought he had it done, and he backed out of it into the final chicane. So, well done to be able to sweep across and take that line and hold that position. So that's it's a good result. We didn't get to talk to you in race 1. I'm not sure quite what happened, whether quali didn't go your way or just wasn't quite.
No, I got a good start in race 1, but
Yep.
I just couldn't hold on to Farmer, and then Aztec, but he did a dive bomb on the side of me and then put me off my rhythm.
Oh, Dr. Dive Bomb, eh? Okay, we'll have to hit him up if we're talking to him.
I told you it was on the NASA page. I told you.
Yeah. That's all right.
Black
That was fun.
Aston's
That was
matter,
good.
mate. Black Aston's matter.
Yeah, man.
All right, no, well done. It's all about you right now, mate, on the second position. So hopefully you can go out in Q3 and race 3 and do a good job as well, mate. We can talk to you again.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Yeah, if I'm not there, I'm going to put my apologies for next week. I won't be here.
Oh.
I'm doing the New Zealand champs for RC racing.
Oh,
so
good luck, mate.
Oh, yeah, props and good luck on that one, mate. Hopefully you can bring home a title, Jeffro.
yeah, I'll give it a nudge anyway. So, yeah.
A worthy excuse, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
We'll be watching.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there you go, have it. That's Jeff Burse with a P2. So we will just look at getting down JB, who did get a first place in race 1 and currently comes in on a hard charging third position for race 2. John Boy, you got us on comms?
Yeah, mate.
Well done, bro.
Gotcha.
You threw everything at your old mate Jeffro there, but just nowhere to go, bro. You just couldn't get through.
Nah, it's way too dodgy. He had a couple of big moments in chicanes, and the car just flew up, and oh man, it was scary.
Yeah.
And you're just back. You just got to be careful because you don't know if the car's gonna loop it in front of you or.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you're gonna
Right,
lead.
you
You're gonna
can't
lead
sight-
yourself.
Yeah, it was quite crazy being that close to the back of the other car, but that was good. I piled on
awesome to watch.
as much as I could. Yeah, can't complain. Good result.
No,
It was
yeah.
hard.
It was
We
an
had
awesome
to, we had to, we had to, it's hard to take our eyes off it actually. We just kept flicking back
Struggle.
to it like at least one part of the lap, like it's just like every about 40 seconds we were back there. So
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the worst thing you want to do is make contact. So,
Yeah.
and being that the car that's behind, there's a lot of responsibility on me in that stage
Absolutely.
of the race to not make that contact. So, hard, fair, fast,
Good work.
awesome. Yeah,
yeah, good work,
Nice,
good work,
mate.
awesome to watch.
Love watching every second of it. Hopefully we can talk to you again. Good luck on Q3 and race 3, John Boy.
yeah. Cheers, fellas.
Good luck.
There you go. That's another one down. I'm going to take a quick break. What have we
Mhm,
got,
mhm.
Davo, as far as time-wise before we run out? We've got a couple of minutes, so that's enough time for me
So-
to go and grab a drink.
Quick break. We'll
Yep.
cue the elevator music now.
Yep.
Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, chicka. So enough of that. Just let the time tick down here actually for the quick break the boys will have between races just before the server clicks over into Q3. in readiness for race 3. It's been awesome so far. 2 different winners. Some very close racing. As the Super Sprint always delivers. A few boys out on track. I see Nick McIndoe actually just was quickly out there, just maybe doing some final fine tuning to that that Chevy. Okay, so we just click over to qualify now. See a few of the boys go out straight away. Stoneley, I think the first car out. Yeah, Craig Stoneley, first car out. Ashley Reddick not far behind him actually. So a few of the boys just getting out there quickly. Troy Wilson also out, and I think who's that just ducked in behind? It's Jake McKellar actually, and the other Chevy just tucked in behind Ashley Reddick there. Dude, they'll do it. These guys will probably just do a bit of tyre warming, get their cars up, then test the grip levels obviously on this outlap. But in this Super Sprint here, we do have the single flying lap situation, so these guys want to get a pretty good gauge. The track has evolved over the weekend. Nothing changes, so they'll have a rough idea. Although the track temps, as we welcome back J-Man, I was just saying how these boys are just trying to get up to get a feel for the track. The track temps have come up. They've only got one flying lap to do here, so just quickly do a bit of a zigzag.
Yeah, right.
Just see Stoneley was the first car out.
Okay.
He's coming around the final chicane now for his first fly. We've got Ashley Vediger right behind him, and it's the McKellar Chevy after that. So these boys go out. A lot of cars sitting in the pits. We're seeing this even more and more. We saw it last week. We've seen it the race 1, and then we see even more race 2. It's
Hey, look, it only works if someone goes out, doesn't it?
So we pick up on Stoneley, I think, and just watch that that car as he very tidy lap actually, just starting to sneak up behind. Tyre warming. I think that's a Bear Grylls Jetta there.
Well, hopefully Bear's got the memo that there's a fast car coming.
Sure he has. Bear, a seasoned performer, you would think would be watching his mirrors.
This is a good looking lap, Craig.
That is a tidy lap.
From Craig, yeah.
Very tidy lap from Craig.
Wow, I do like the livery on this car. I like the white on white, with the white rims and the white
simple,
stripe. Yep.
A little old school.
Yep. Got that nice sort of satin look about it.
So he just comes down this last little short shoot into the left-right chicane and onto the final start-finish straight here for Stoneley. The first flying lap of Q3.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Looking like it could be in the sixes.
Solid lap. Nice work.
6.8.
The next car, a 6.8 from Stoneley. He performed well, beating actually Ash Vediger, who was the car behind him.
Yep.
Who did a 38.0. McKellar.
Have we got Troy Wilson about to come across?
Wilson 38.3.
Yep. Right, who else we've got? Nick McIndoe on a lap. Who else have we got on a lap?
Pit stop.
Yep. We have got Gunther on a lap. That's a good lap from Craig Stoneley. That's a great lap actually. So we just see McIndoe's sort of coming up to the final sector here. As we see, Mudgee is still in the pits. As we got Evo's still in the. I know he's out of the pits, but hasn't started a lap. McIndoe, what does Nick deliver us? A 37.2 puts him on the second row provisionally. Damien Jones with a 37.0. Bear Grylls coming around for his lap. He comes in there on a 39.3. JB, so Aztec on a lap. We see Crompo, our pole sitter for race 1 and 2, up the top at this point in time with a 36.5. So who's got what for him? Where is John McDonald? He's there. What's he got? Has he got anything better than a 36.5? Where is Farmer? Where is Stephen Wilton? He is only 15 seconds into his lap. What has John got? I don't think he's got enough. No, he hasn't. He's only got enough for a 37.6. That will definitely not be good enough. So that's a safe banking lap there.
From Aztec.
From John as well. Only good enough for P9 right now.
Okay, so maybe a little gun shy the top runners.
Yep.
With their super laps, and we did touch on this earlier, didn't we, J-Man? And look how hard are these guys push.
Good to see Jeff Burst up there again. So that's a role reversal, well, at least until we see what John delivers. But that P1, P2, that front row is the same as race 2, Davo.
It is. But let's watch this second row actually just pan out just quickly. Stoneley looks like he might have a pretty solid second row position, and Damien Jones with a 7.0.
Yeah, Jarks has just been coming on all night.
Hey?
Yeah, Jarks has just been getting quicker and quicker as the night goes on.
That is a top effort from Jones.
This will be good. Goes front row. Farmer goes front row, 36.6. So
wow.
Knocks Jeffro down to the second row. Kenny Simpson hasn't done a time. Mudgee's on a lap. Actually, Mudgee's on a good lap.
Look, what do you say, J-Man?
Yeah.
Steve Wilton, front row.
We're just looking here. Mudgee's definitely on a good lap. He's pressing on.
Mudgee's on a lap.
Okay, what can we see? It is... Yeah, he's definitely on a good lap.
Just rolling up to that last little short shoot into the final chicane. Nice. The car looks like it rides the curves well there, particularly that last chicane there.
I think this is going to be good.
Nice, smooth run. Good, tidy lap. Watch this car.
Goes to the top!
Oh my God!
Props to Mudgee on a provisional pole.
My.
I said it was looking good, mate. I didn't know it was going to be that good.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't know it was quite going to be a 36.3.
Oh, look at him. He's warming down. Look at him. He's.
Are we too early to celebrate? What's Kenny up to? I think that's it.
Wow. Drag that man down quickly.
Gotta get
that boy down here.
Yeah. He'd be
Did
liable
they?
to go and fucking
Hey?
hide on us.
Hey?
Mudgy on a provisional
Where
poll.
the hell?
Oh,
Drug
boys,
test,
boys.
drug
Where
test
did
this
that come
man.
from?
Mate, seriously, we watched that lap. That was a late start. That was the call, eh? Is
Yeah.
keep out there for as long as possible, and then
Yeah, just watch those boys all come around, and then just see all the boys finishing their laps, and then just go for it.
wow, that was a stunning
Nice
lap,
work,
mate. We
mate.
could see on the Delta it was looking good. I didn't realise
We
quite
were
how good.
watching. We were
Oh,
watching.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't watching the times at all. I didn't have any idea of what I was going to do then.
No telemetry up, eh? Just drove
Nah,
it.
just drove it.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful lap, mate, and you put yourself into a really, really awesome position to go out there and lead from the front. I hope you do get that start and can talk to us at the end of it, mate.
And how fat my car is, Glenn.
Oh, mate, I do know how fat your car can be, Mudgy. So, hey, look, all the best, mate, and well done on your first pole position for the season in the GT4s.
Nice, thanks, boys.
Primo.
Well done.
Well done. Talk soon. Oh, there you go. Cool as a QE, mate.
Oh, mate, hasn't tonight just thrown some crazy stuff up already?
Mad as, Dave.
And then we get that.
Yeah,
Hey,
mad as.
that's topped it off already.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that is epic. That is epic. So,
we're speechless.
oh,
We're both
mate,
speechless.
yeah, props to Budgie, mate. He just when it counted,
He shut the both of us up.
he did. But we know how fast he can be if he wants to be. So for me, the big one there, and I'm going to call it, is I guess I'm going to say P9 and 10. I did not expect to see John McDonald down in P10. I didn't even expect to see Aztec. Aztec is generally a pretty solid qualifier.
Okay, so I'm looking at the one screen and it's showing Aztec in 10th, and I'm looking at the other screen and it's showing Aztec in 9th. So I don't know which one my data's all over the place.
Okay, I shall tell you.
So Aztec is in 9th and John McDonald is in 10th. There we go. Ashley Reddigan in 11th. So yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That is a standout.
Yep.
Those two boys there being that far down. And then the McKellar and the Enright car and the McIndoe car, the three Chevys.
Yeah, good to see
Bam, bam, bam.
Nick McIndoe quality a bit better.
6, 7, 8. Eh?
Yeah.
And Damien Jones in 5th. How about this?
So starting at 8 o'clock, it's going to get dark pretty quickly, Davo.
This is going to be a race to watch, J-Man.
Mudgy off pole. How's that, mate? Yeah?
Look, we knew there was something in it as we were watching it, but we definitely didn't expect that result, did we?
No.
Amazing lap.
That is bloody awesome. So props to Mudgy. I mean, we must do some stats before the next round, Davo, and see how many winners we've had and how many pole sitters we've had.
Well, with these super sprints, it definitely mixes that whole data up. So
yeah,
definitely awesome stuff to look at. Yeah.
As I just see as we speak, I saw the sponsors just flash up on the screen there, Dave. If you wouldn't mind just giving us a bit of a cover off there.
Oh, with pleasure. Of course, we'd love to thank ASR's GT4 Challenge Series major sponsor, Superior Joint Sealing, and also GoBro Racing, Hypercube, Web Design and Online Marketing, Outdoor Effects, Spark Cleaning and Taupo, McIndoe Constructions, Zero Vision Motorsport, and New Look Painting. Thank you once again to all our sponsors.
As we
Thank you
yeah,
to our viewers as we watch the boys roll out for their warm up, their procession lap, as we like to sometimes call it.
So we have lost Jarkas. We have lost the Damien Jones car.
We've got one down in action. We do have the Jarkas car back in the pits,
and that is the discrepancy on that pit.
And that's what mixed up our boards there a little bit earlier.
Yep. Where did
So,
Craig
yeah,
Stoney?
that's
fifth?
unfortunate for Damien. But yes, again, like I was saying, look, thanks to everybody that watches us and on
Yeah,
Twitch,
100%.
either live or afterwards. Obviously, either on Twitch or YouTube. Just looking if you want any, tell your friends about it. Get involved. Come and race with us.
Yeah, come and have a race.
Come and have a race. Just search Asrnz, all caps. You'll find us easily. It is the place to be. So just watch this stuff.
Yeah, we'll put you on the TV, we'll put you on the big screen, we'll have a bit of a chin wag about you, and
Yeah.
if you're successful, you get dragged down channel, and
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
unsuccessful, you get that dragged down channel. We've limited
That's
that
right,
of late.
yeah, that's right. Now, we'll talk about you if you're good, and we'll talk about you if you're shit. So just go and get involved.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's what happens when you've got proud sponsors like Superior Joint Smoke. Sealing. Absolutely.
That's right.
Uh,
Look at these boys. Look at Mudgy out there. Imagine the pressure, the nerves Mudgy would be feeling now.
he's,
Look at the little mind game going on there. Just focus on those two cars.
Yeah.
See how close Compton is behind him.
Yep.
They're both doing their brake warming, their tyre warming. Look at that top four cars.
I tell you what, and
The amount of testosterone going just there.
And if it goes bad, look who's there in P3, ready to capitalise on anything.
Okay, so we've got David Jones is out, so we've got Mudgy, Luke Compton, Steve Wilton, Jeff Burse. That bunch of guys that is the pack. That is 4 cars, but then Stoneley sitting there behind the whole lot of them as they start to just form up is just probably looking, get back about a grid or two. Helicam, I reckon. Second row Helicam for sure. I'd be going Wilton's car. Look at this. Look at the way they're formed up here, J-Man. Look at how tight that is. They've given them the go-ahead. They're off. That was tight. That was a power move right there. You can see the boys all bunched up. Wilton, contact with Compton again tonight for the second time. Unfortunate. No redress so far. Looked like it may have needed it. Damien Jones out for this race. We go back to Stoneley, who's just tucked in behind Jeff Burse. Jeff Burse behind Wilton at the moment. Enright all over the back of the McIndoe Camaro. And who's that in the stealth Aston right behind it? Oh, as the 2 Camaros go in side by side, Aztec. Now that had botched that field there a little bit
Compo's
behind him.
binned it there too,
That's
Davo.
actually- Yes, he did.
He binned it down into the chicane.
Yeah, a little bit of contact from Wilton there, helping Compto into that situation. So
Who was that? Troy
we
Wilson,
just see-
straight line the chicane. Wow.
Where we up to?
Well,
brother?
yeah, just looking at Farmer and Jeffro final coming out of the right-hand hairpin. Mate, where do you want us to look? There seems to be plenty going on back a little bit further. Who are we looking at? John McDonald has made up 2 places, I think. Aztec's made up 2 as well. Steve-O all over the back of Ashley. Where we're looking, Steve Wilton, Jeff Burse, where do you want to go? I mean, there's a clear, that's very, very close between Jeffro and Farmer. But that said, same with McIndoe and, who's that? Who's in front of, is that Craig Stoneley, Davo? It is?
Yeah, so Stoneley in 4th position,
Okay, yep.
just in front of McIndoe now. Stoneley has just let those top guys just run.
So Mudgy
the
with a
only
bit of clear air here, bit of his own way.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose the only reason Mudgy's got a bit of clear air is because of Compton just leaving the track in the first chicane, which has sort of allowed him just to get a little bit of breathing space, putting Wilton back in the clutches of, well, let's say in touch with Jeffro still, and Stoneley did a cracker lap in Q3, so
He did.
Wilton really wide there.
Oh, contact with
A little
Jeffro.
bit of contact with Jeffro against Stoneley. Stoneley, very measured driving, I think,
Yeah, big time.
throughout the evening, and just even though been very close, as we see Enright all out wide, which puts, who is that? Is that the Aztec Stealth?
Aztec stealth
Right
mode.
up the other side of him. Oh,
Yep.
very awkward situation there back if we go back a little bit.
Yep.
And that's
you want to catch a
McDonald
replay on that?
car- McDonald car with Jake McCullough right behind it.
And
if
who
you want
was-
to go to Helicam and have a quick look at that? But
Yep.
yeah, so nice.
As we watch Aztec all over the back end right
We're
there.
Aztec all over the back of Enright and not letting up. But yeah, a little bit of contact from Wilton with Jeffro there, just bunched the field, and I was just touching on how measured Stoneley's been over the evening.
Oh,
Again, Aztec
Aztec.
right up the side.
Oh,
We
man.
got McDonald flashing headlights.
Oh,
And sometimes it's probably best.
McDonald with a run. If he can
McDonald's
live
gotta
there,
run.
can he live there? Can he live there? As you watch him come down, a little bit of contact
very
there.
excited.
Bit of rubbings racing as they go 2x2 through there. Aztec yields.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, that is close stuff.
Yeah, as he just moves ahead, I mean, any position gained on track here is hard earned, and you know Aztec's going to come back at
Very,
him.
very hard earned, and you know, like looking at that pass, and you know, given the corner cutting, you know, like software in the
Farmer in the
sim,
pits. Farmer in the pits. He has a
well,
drive-through.
You know, you could have seen.
Farmer has a drive-through.
Well,
Wow.
that's a surprise.
Was that a jump start?
It doesn't show us on our data, does it? It doesn't give us.
Am I allowed
much
to ask him?
detail. Of course.
Okay. Well, let's find out. G'day, Farmer. Sorry to grab you at this unruly time, but mate, hey, look, we're just curious as to what the drive-through is for.
Oh, I've started infringement, mate.
Okay, we thought it possibly was.
Yeah, I think I went over the speed limit there just a little bit too much just before it went green. Trying to keep close to Bungie, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Might have just pushed the limits a bit too far there, buddy.
Unlucky, mate. Head down. There's still 14 minutes to go, mate. So all the best, and we'll talk to you a bit
Yeah,
later
well
on.
good, mate. Okay, mate. Cheers.
Okay, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, there you go, Davo. So yeah, just clearly just didn't quite get that start right. Just picked up on Mudgee, Davo. I just want to give him a little bit of credit because he did a stunning job in Q3, and he's currently holding about a 2.6, 2.7 second lead over Jeff Burst.
Yeah.
So Mudgee doing an awesome job in the Petronas.
Definitely.
Merck, Jeffro holding out. Craig Stoneley.
Yeah.
Craig Stoneley doing an awesome job, eh? And then we
Nick
got
Bacado, and then we got Aaron
Aaron
Enright.
Enright.
So we got it.
Kamara's up
we
there.
had this, yeah, the whole bunch of Camaros up there. McKellar was in amongst that, but has dropped back behind McDonald and Aztec.
Yep.
Aztec actually, I think, dropped back a little bit as well. So
Good job from
just
Troy
wondering
Wilson
whether-
too, inside the 10-2, David.
yes,
Ooh, who was that? That Jake McKellar? I think it was.
a little bit of a slip from McKellar.
Yep.
He tries to stay in touch with Aztec and John there. So
Ryan Gulbranson inside the 10 as well now, behind Troy.
another Chevy.
Yeah,
So
look,
doing well in that red, white, and blue car.
Yep.
Or white, red, and blue, or white, blue, and red car.
but it's completely however you want it, Davo. It's up to you, mate.
Gunther going 11th.
Yeah, Gunther doing a great job in 11th. Dick Davison, he is the leader of the AM class, and I tell you what, he'd be stretching the lead currently in P12 because he's even got the Pro-Am of Bear Grylls behind him at the moment. So Nick Davison really still, yeah, he's taking it to some pros and some Pro-Am. So Luke Crompton back to 15th now, so he's just gone from bad to worse for Lukey after that incident at the start. Obviously a little bit wide there with who was
Yeah,
that?
so yeah, good work from Nick Davison and Bear.
Why is Steve-O back in 16th and Ashley back in 16th? What's going on here? We've missed something there. And a fair bit of redressing going on. Something.
There's a lot of redressing going on there. I saw that as well as that readdressed car. Who's that? Ashley Rediger.
Yeah, something going on here.
That was the Ashley Rediger car. So something happened between Luke Compton, Steve Milling, and Ashley Rediger.
Yeah.
Last minute or so, which we have unfortunately missed.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on there.
We'll just watch these boys carry on now, and as we see it, you can see it clearly on screen now as it gets darker. The headlight starts to show a little bit more clearly on the road, but what this does is it puts the boys a little bit off their rhythm.
Yep.
They can't see their broken markers so well. They can't see their apexes so well as we see Crompton there.
Well, even Steve-O coming down that straight was dropping a wheel in the dirt. You know, you got to wonder what's the vision like. You know, if you're on a straight line, you're dropping a tyre off. So.
Yeah, and as it
Jeff,
has
down
been
to under
night,
a second to Mudgee. I've just got a sorry, David, pick up on that she's all closed up at the front.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
So yeah, the temperatures, even though it's in qualifying, were quite good. It's dropped considerably, and it's back down to what we were looking at in race 2, really.
Yep. So John and Aztec, pretty good recovery here at this point. John's siding up his fellow neighbour. So hopefully he loves thy neighbour, and if he does decide to go past, he gets that done nice and cleanly. But those boys have moved up from P9 and 10. Obviously got a freebie with Jarkus opting out of this one for whatever reason. So it's a shame to not see Jarks on the grid for race 3, because he was actually driving fantastic tonight in that Beamer. So yeah, John all over the back of Aaron Enright, Aztec not far behind him. So those boys have moved forward. Shows you can still pass. But yeah, looking.
And those positions could easily change before the end of the race there. Yeah. As could the 3 in front of them. So.
Yep. Mudgee's still doing a great job with 9 minutes to go. So he's past the halfway point. Led from the green flag up to this point. So hopefully Mudgee can keep it all together for the duration of this race. Because I know it's only a 20-minute race, but still 20-minute stint. She's still an effort, Davo, to try and keep the head in the game for that long.
Yeah. Gotta stay focused.
You do.
Lean forward.
Lean forward, mate. Lean forward. Exhale. Inhale. Right.
So we see that Aztec, McDonald, Aaron Enright battle really bunched a group of cars there.
Yeah, they'll have bloody Jake McKellar involved in that affair too if they don't press on. They clearly, at this point in time, even though there's a lot of Camaros up there, that BMW.
So given the time of night and the vision they've got, this is very close racing.
Yep. Just watching Farmer coming back through too as well. After that drive through, he's already on the back of Ashley Vittiger. But he's already on the back, and if 37 plays a 39 last lap, is that he's there on legitimate, just poor pace.
Yeah.
As I'll go back to that battle you were just alluding to with Aaron, John Boy, and Aztec. So, we've got Jeffro really on Mudgee. Come on, Mudgee, you gotta hold your own here, brother.
That top 3 there with Stoneley, mind you, in third, which he'll be stoked about, and
Oh, he's having a great night.
definitely, he'll be so focused. Kept his head down and out of trouble, and that's the way he's pretty well run the whole evening.
Yeah.
We see McIndoe just slipping and sliding in the Chevy behind him, but yeah, good work from Stoneley, Mudgee included, Jeffro. How tight are these guys?
Mate, they're all
And
there.
and they are inside of the Enright McDonald Aztec battle. So these guys are all very, very close.
Yep, they are. Having a look on board with John Boy here on Aaron, and he looks for a wider line into 3. Get the power down a bit harder. A little bit of a run, but Aaron already moving the car over to the left-hand side. Brings it back to the right before the chicane.
And as you predicted, McKellar.
Yep, he's coming.
Just slots in and says, yep, I'm up for this fight as well.
Yep, give me a piece of this.
Yeah, they're all lining up for it, aren't they?
So they're all kind of 3x3x3 at the minute.
It is.
Although 3x3x4.
4.
So, yeah. So, no, he's definitely in there. What was his last lap? What was Jake McKellar's last lap?
McKellar's last lap was a 37.1.
So he's...
That's qualifying.
Okay,
Times.
so he's
substantially
faster than the guys in front of him.
Yes.
Okay.
Easily.
Yeah, okay, so that's why he's there.
Easily by a second. Oh, actually, yes, by a second.
Okay.
Pretty
well, that's why he's there, and expect to see him right on the bumper of Aztec. I'm just going to check him with his front margin. Yeah. You know, these guys will be looking for a mistake. I think they're in that phase now. I'm talking about Mudgee, Jeffro, Stoneley. You know,
these guys, as hectic as it gets, you rarely see that wholesale mistakes.
Oh,
Jeffro, as I speak.
There was a half a chance there. Oh, they look so good at night, under lights. Jeffro.
As they pan down that back short chute there.
Yep.
Through the chicane, sparks fly.
Mudgee looking good. I mean, he's under pressure.
Mudgee's looking solid as.
Yep. Beautiful through that chicane. Cars.
And Jeffro will attack. Yep. He's relentless, Jeffro.
Yeah. He sure is. Shout out to Jeffro actually for hosting the boys for the Bathurst weekend. I'm gonna utilise my position here, Davo, and yeah, just a big shout out to Jeff and Jess for giving up their batch to the boys on the weekend. So I had a great
to this bunch of yobbos.
Yeah, mate. I had a great Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and bailed out Monday. So props to Jeff for that. It's always a cool time to catch up with any of these boys from Asrnz. And you know, if we couldn't be over there this year because of COVID, well, the next best thing was to kick out with the boys at the pad. So yeah, Whangamata was
definitely. I've seen the photos.
Yeah, no,
and we can't post them online.
No.
I've seen them. It's all good.
As he's ranging up, I'm looking out the wing of Mudgee here, and he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Oh.
Very nice line the way Jeffro just gets that car set up really early on that corner, and he just gets the drive out of it. I reckon he put him off a little bit there. If he hadn't been that close, I reckon he would have had him up beside him there on the way out of the second part of that corner.
Look at this weaving here.
Oh.
There was bloody, who was it? Aaron Enright and John McDonald with Asby. They're all excited about that.
Yeah, so definitely no love lost between these three.
What have we got further back? We've only got margin here. We've got big rules, Steve Melling, and oh, look at this big gaggle of cars. That is Nick Davison, the big group, Steve Melling, and Steve Wilson. That's there, separated by Siggy Paper. Yeah, back to the front because Margie is still under attack from the 69 car of Jeff Burst.
He is, and we're like just winding down. I mean, we're talking about 3 minutes or something.
Couple of minutes to go, Davo.
It's not a long time to go. It's been an awesome race.
A brilliant race.
Mudgy, we just didn't see Mudgy coming.
Jesus, I tell you what, props to Aaron. He's got the championship leader behind him and holding him off, Davo. You know, he's the. You know, they got to him. They moved up from P9 and P10, got up to P6 and 7. Aaron's holding down P5 and clearly made the statement he does not want to relinquish that position.
Jeffro.
Oh, showers him in sparks.
Jeffro.
We could be under attack from Stoneley.
I just can't see Stoneley attacking at all.
You think he's got the gentleman drive going?
Oh no, I just think Oh, Mudgy, big slip from the Merc. Oh, and it's actually...
Stoneley is having a look.
No, I just can't see Stoneley attacking. I don't know why.
Oh man, it's a long way around there, Jeff.
But the little slip from Mudgy balked
Another one.
Jeffro's car.
He's going to have to cover. He's going to have to do it for one more lap. It's this one plus one more.
He's just
Jeff's
run
looking
such
for a
a
switchback.
measured race. Reminds me of bloody Steve Melling in the old days, mate.
Oh.
He's happy with his position. Bam!
Look who's joined the party. Welcome
Final
aboard,
lap.
Nick McIndoe.
One more lap.
Oh, as he covers
he's
off.
gone really wide.
Oh, he's hit him. Bit of nudgy there, bit of contact.
There's a bit of nudgy,
Oh,
nudgy.
he squeezes back in there.
Ah,
Oh dear.
ah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. It's all on. It's all on for P1, but also it's all on
Right
for the
down,
final step of the podium.
Right down to the last lap, people.
Yeah, as we see, Nick
Right.
McIndoe is now challenging for this podium as well. Big under brakes.
It's all good out the back. Stay
Mudge-
on this.
Mudgy's good. Mudgy's good through the. Obviously had one in reserve and actually fired it down into the chicane pretty hard that time.
Ah,
Could this be a flag to flag on the pole sitter Mark Mudgeway in race 3 of round 6 at the 2020 Asrnz GT4 Superior Joint Sealing Championship? Maybe.
I think so.
I think so. I think, you know, barring a
I
mistake,
think you nailed it.
we try our best.
Look at this. Spectacular stuff to watch, people.
As we watch, so they've just dropped Nick slightly on this lap. Nick's probably pretty happy to concede and grab this fourth.
Final. They round the final couple of corners.
And Mudgy does the job.
Start, finish straight. Here we go.
Mudgy
Look
does
at
the
that.
job. Jeffro in second.
Congratulations.
Beautiful race.
Nice work. Look how close these guys are. We'll have to quickly flick back.
John McDonald.
McDonald's
He
over.
got Enright.
Enright's over. Aztec's already over.
Okay.
Wilson.
Troy
Gunther.
Wilson for P9.
Look how close that top 10 is. That is so quick.
Wow. And that's
Luke
it.
McDonald coming around the final corner. So Luke McDonald got himself
Luke Crompton.
back up into 11th.
Yeah, Luke Crompton coming down there. He's in front
And
of
then
Steve
a big
Wilson.
bunch of cars here.
So Farmer got plenty of guys in that last stint. He actually got, we didn't see him, he actually got Nick Davison, Steve Melling, Bear Grylls and Ashley Vertiger in that whole final stint after he did his drive-through. So he came back really, really well. But
Excellent. Okay, so first man.
is Craig Stoneley.
Mate. Get that man up here.
Where is he? Where is he? Craig Stoneley, please stand up. Where is he? Stoners. We got the stoners down into the stoners room.
Will the real Craig Stoneley please stand up?
Ah, well done, Craig.
Cheers.
Jesus, mate, what an epic one. You had a solid night. Back it up with a podium in race 3, mate. You'd have to be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, man, it was a heap of fun, eh? Just putting heaps of pressure on everyone.
Yeah, Jesus, you boys were going at it. Those front three all race. You, Mudgy, and Jeffro, mate, were just absolutely on the gas, man. And a little bit of pressure from Nick McIndoe towards the back end as well.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, man. No, that was awesome. Hey, mate, really, really great. I think Davo picked up on it a couple of times. A great sort of calculated, measured drive there. Probably not too much risk, but you know, plenty of hard attacks. So well done, mate. Good to see you up on the podium.
Yeah, Craig, it just looked like you were right in amongst the action all night, and you just stayed back. You know, like just enough to keep yourself out of trouble the whole night as well. And it just and just at the end of the night, you just ended up in a really great position. So yeah, awesome to watch, mate, and yeah, nice measured drive, buddy.
Yeah, mate, that'll do your championship a world of good, mate. So yeah, cool to see you up there, and hopefully we get to see it again next round.
Yeah, cheers, guys. First podium too. Woo.
Yeah, well done, bro. Well done. Props. Good work.
Golf claps all go.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Craig, race only on the podium. P3. Didn't realise it was his first podium. Sort of character of the drives he does. I thought we'd talked to him before, but no. So props to Craig on that one. That's a great effort, and we've got to grab Jeffro now because
here we go. Jeffro, yes.
We've got to get this done quickly because I know that Buddy Mudgy will try and sneak off. So we've
No, Jeffro, he won't. Oh, well, they all want the beer. Welcome, cold beer.
Yeah, cold beer. Cold beer. Crafty. Yeah. Hey, that's certainly a way to get your racing done on a Thursday night, mate. Plenty of attack, plenty of defence. I noticed every time you attacked Mudgy, Craig Stoneley was having a look somewhere as well, mate. So man, what an epic race.
Yeah, man, that was cool.
Yeah, a well-deserved second position, Jeffro. A couple of them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I packed them up there.
Yep.
I was a bit of a Mercedes bloody sandwich, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, crazy.
No. Well, that's awesome. Shame that you not going to feature in that next one because you certainly would have moved forward in the championship with that effort. I think tonight.
Yeah. Bad timing. Bloody COVID.
Yeah, bloody COVID. But anyway, we know that you'll come back prior to that New Zealand RC Challenge and come back and try to win some races.
Yeah, you'll come back from with a trophy from racing your RC car. So
fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. That's anyone's game.
Yeah, 100%. But no, congratulations on the podiums tonight, mate. That was an awesome drive, Jeffrey.
Yeah, thank you, man. That was great driving, Mudgy.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, we'll leave you to it, and we'll have a bit of a chin mag later on, and we'll go and grab the P1 place getter.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. Thank you.
Awesome, mate.
Okay, good luck.
All right. So where is he? Oh, where is he?
Get him.
The list is moving. The list is continuously moving. So we've grabbed him. There's cold beer here, Mudgy.
Oh, I was close to going.
Yeah.
we got the beers.
We were hustling. We know you're fucking out of there, mate. So hey, well done. Flag to flag, bro. And with massive amounts of pressure.
Yep.
So man, you'd have to be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the car was a rocket, bro, at the start. Like it was so fast.
Yep. Lock that shit in, mate. Bring that shit next week.
And the qualifying, yeah, like to come from nowhere as well.
So it's just a
awesome. Jeff Rose was applying massive pressure, and I just power in the right places and just blocked them. And
yeah, and well done on that last one, where that sort of last lap that he had a go, and there was a little bit of contact, and you still held your nerve enough to put it down the inside of that next one, mate. So. We thought with that little bit of run wide that you might have rolled out of it and given it away. So good to see you held onto it, bro. It was bloody epic. And plenty of camera time because we couldn't take our eyes off of it.
Yeah. It was pretty dark. Like the lighting was terrible.
Yeah, it looked pretty
Especially
looked pretty
leading
tricky.
car too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, look, now you know what's required. Well done. I think you're like I'm going to take a stab and say you're somewhere around our 7th race winner for the season. Those stats could be wrong, but
pretty cool. It'll be somewhere around there. So
it's amazing, eh?
Yeah, man,
amazing.
It's incredible. So hey, you know what the front looks like now. So best you get up there again next week.
Yeah. What happened to Cromley at the start?
There's a bit of contact there with somebody, and then a big run wide down into the first chicane, and just
Yeah.
drove straight off, mate. So
Does that pretty much relieve the pressure? If those boys were on me at the start, I think it might have been a bit of a different outcome.
yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I thought you drove pretty defensively and still drove fast. So yeah, it was just a good drive, mate. And whatever happens, you got to go out there and do it, eh?
yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, man.
Props, Mudgy.
All right,
Awesome,
boys, thank
brother.
you.
Have
Yep.
a good sleep on that one, mate, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, boys. Thank you.
Congrats.
See you, mate.
Oh, there you go, Davo.
Mate, what a race.
I feel like that was a better triple header than the first one. You know, I think either we were a bit more prepared for it, knowing what was happening. It is quick fire. It's quite frantic tonight, so apologies if it sounds rushed, because it is bloody rushed.
It is. It's a little bit rushed, and
Yeah.
I know I get a little lost for words every now and then, but yeah, quick fire stuff, and it's a big night for us, and But the racing, that last race, like right down to the wire, we just thought the second race was awesome. The first race was awesome. The second race couldn't be beaten, but then we got the third one, and it was just epic to watch.
Yeah, and some notable mentions.
Fails.
Notable mentions in there, you know, guys like Troy Wilson making the 10. You know, commiserations to the likes of Jarks, who obviously had some issues or something else going on for race 3. I think we lost Mule as well, so commiserations there. You know, we live the highs, but we also the lows don't go unnoticed, guys. So when you have nights like that, and we wish all the best to Jeffro going for this RC Challenge, New Zealand RC title next weekend. I think in the Hawke's Bay, I think he said, or possibly. But yeah, just all round, man.
Definitely.
The racing has just been so good this season. I can't help but think GT4s in this platform are the way forward, Davo. You know,
look, don't ask me because I'm a fanboy. So yes, I would definitely say yes. But yeah, definitely some notable mentions, like I said.
Aaron Enright holding off those boys for as long as good. We know that John McDonald got him at the end, but I believe that was a P6 for him. And given where those Kamaras, Gunther as well, yeah, absolutely.
Obviously our third place getter and Craig Stoneley, you know, like this.
Would have liked to have seen where Nick Davison ended up that one. We'll have a look at the results post race and see where the AM leader Nick Davison ended up. We'll like to see what happened to the points in relation to Mule dropping out. I believe that probably relinquishes the Pro Am lead to Bear Grylls. Although remember, Bear Grylls ran out of fuel in race 1, so that effectively rendered him last.
He may have lost a few positions from that too, but he did creep across the line with no assistance, so he will only have lost the positions that he did actually on track. But yeah, interesting stuff. Big night.
Massive.
Big night, J-Man.
Massive night, bro. But just epic. Looking forward to the next one. I haven't had a look, but we must be having enduro coming up shortly. Surely.
Interesting. Let me just have a quick look.
But yeah, no, and like you said earlier, mate, we do appreciate all the support we get via the viewers. You buggers never comment. I don't know if that's a Twitch thing or we're not seeing. Obviously, we upload to YouTube. Obviously, if it goes to YouTube and you watch it there, give us a like and a share. We always appreciate feedback. What do you want to see? We try to give you as many camera angles and as much feedback as we can throughout the race.
We do.
But it's always nice to hear what you guys think, because it's for you guys. So yeah, on that note, Davo, what did you just find there, that information wise?
Still searching. Let's have a quick look here.
And yeah. So hopefully, once Davo finds this information, we'll be able to change the linky link as to what's coming up round and format.
Oh, here, it's Bathurst, and it's an enduro.
Well, there you have it. I thought it might have been, given that will be a a week and a half, two weeks down the track. That'll be a big one, and it's a car eater, isn't it, Davo?
It is a car eater.
Yeah.
Watching it, we love commentating it.
Oh
it's going to be a cracker.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yep, looking forward to it. On that note, Davo, I always appreciate doing these things with you, mate. I thoroughly enjoy it on a Thursday night. Thank you to Superior Joint Sealing and all our other sponsors on their support, and obviously for all you guys turning up, man. We love watching your race. It's primarily the reason we do it, is we have as much enjoyment up here as you guys do on track, so keep it coming.
Definitely.
So that's about it. Davo, lean forward and we'll press on out of here.
See you next week, people.
Yep.